dealers, the robbers, and the crooks.
Well, actually.
Yeah, I'm watching the rise, and I wouldn't say I'm shocked cause I'm hardly surprised. This one's for the ride, this one's for who knew I'd make it, just needed some time. This one's for my wife, could've left 1,000 times just so by my side. This one's for the grind, I knew it would happen, just had the strength in my mind.
It's the Travel OG, and welcome to the Black Manosphere Conclave 5.0!
We got started in 2021 in Atlanta, united in the pursuit of excellence in all things. It's been one hell of a ride.
Can I tell you what's on my mind? Cause I've been thinking about it for quite some time. Hey, can you give me a moment to declare my love? Can I tell you what's on my mind?
We're now focusing more on opportunities for men, in particular passport bros. Guys who go abroad, they want to have a different lifestyle, they want to have a different achievement abroad. Oh yeah, there's without a doubt the narrative has changed for us greatly.
I just finished speaking and having a chance to tell individuals about how to live the American dream outside of America. And I was here to help so many men when it comes to understanding what they need to do in order to relocate.
With the political climate, things that are happening worldwide, guess what? Nobody's coming to save us. So it is indicative that we all bound together, tighten up like a fist, and strike a mighty blow against everything that's fighting to stop us, man.
It's nothing but good, positive people, good, positive energy with one goal in mind, and that is to make money, get the hell out the Matrix, and enjoy your life. You dig? So shout out to all of y'all. Theme music!
Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is your man Marcus A. Brown, and I'm here to tell y'all that I just got done with my first consultation with the brother Andre of Love Crossing Borders. I just wanted to give him his praises. I need y'all to do two things if you haven't already. If you haven't, subscribe to his YouTube channel, Love Crossing Borders. Also, if you are going to Colombia, if you're thinking of going anywhere, traveling internationally, please consider booking a consultation with the OG Andre of Love Crossing Borders. You will not be disappointed. And y'all, get in tune with him if you haven't already. Tell him MAB sent you. Peace.
Where are all the black men? And I'm not talking about the scammers, the drug dealers, the robbers, and the crooks.
Well, actually.
They're here with Andre and Andre's Love Crossing Borders. Shout out to you guys that are here on a wonderful Monday evening. Glad you guys are having a good evening or good day, depending on where you're located, whether it be a new day if you're out in East Asia, like our brothers, Ronin Travelers and all the other brothers out there out east in Thailand and the Philippines, or if you're out west, you're having a good day and it's still the afternoon. Shout out to all you guys that are here enjoying Andre and Andrea's Love Crossing Borders. We got a good one tonight, gentlemen. We got a good one tonight. Here's the scenario. You take a little bit of liquor, put it around and blend it in a club, foreign country, and just add you some quiches and some Pookies. And what you'll end up with is the same scenarios that we good men and women have been trying to get away from. Well, Pookie and Ray Ray continues to follow us around the world. This time it was in Cartagena, Colombia, where somehow, some way they made that the honeycomb hideout of Colombia. If you come to Colombia, no longer it looks like Medellin is the #1 spot. It looks like people are gravitating towards taking their foolishness and their childishness towards Cartagena, Colombia. Now, I feel sad for you guys that are out there in Cartagena, Colombia, especially you guys that have been there quite a few years, or going back and forth for quite a few years, enjoying yourselves. Well, Cartagena no longer just belongs to you. It is the haven of Keisha's, Pookies, Ray Rays, and Paw Paw. And Paw Paw is the old dude that doesn't know how to act like he got some sense, even though he's the old dude. We're going to look at some footage of an event that took place, or a fight or a brawl, or like they would say in the United States, a fray, which is more than 3 people fighting. A fray of American tourists, sad to say, the brothers and the sisters out there fighting. I'm hearing different stories. One story I'm hearing, it was a bunch of sisters from the state that somehow, some way, they got a rocky water coming too. And so if you want to go downstairs and get it, you can get it. If you don't want to, okay. Okay, sexy boo. Thank you for the call. I'm hearing 2 stories, right? One story I'm hearing is the ladies from the States, the Keishas, got into a fight, and all of a sudden the brothers jumped into it. The other story I'm hearing, which is more believable, is a couple of Pookies, Ray Rays, and Nook Nook and them got into an argument over pay for play. Yeah, they got in an argument. I guess they saw some coochie, and another dude saw some coochie, and they got to fighting over some coochie. This is not uncommon, gentlemen. I'll say this again. This is not uncommon. And so, in order to get the true story of what took place, we're going to do a few seconds of giving you guys shout outs, but then we're going to have my boy Jay, which is down there in Medellin. Down there in Cartagena. Airbnb hotel owner that's been on the show quite a few times. Great brother that's been down there. He's also hold every year the Cartagena event. We'll be talking about that tonight, the event that he's going to be throwing again this year for the grown gentlemen. Once again, the event that he throws is for the grown gentlemen. That does not include the Pookies, Ray Rays, and the Nook Nooks. But we're going to hear what he has heard since he's down there in Cartagena, and we don't have to listen to just rumors. We're going to also have the video, guys. We got the video footage already lined up for you guys. So we've got the video. You know your boy Dre, I bring receipts now. I bring receipts to town. Let's get ready to get started with the shout outs for the next few minutes, and then we're going to bring our special guest on. First shout out we're going to give is to our Canadian brother.
I told this guy where I was from. He said, oh, Canada. Black
Nubian. Shout out to Black Nubian in the building. We appreciate you being here, brethren. Being the first one to support by way of PayPal, Cash App, or Super Chat. Appreciate you guys. Yes, sir. Let me scroll back up. The first person that was here is our brother Rico. Rico's here. Good evening to you as well, Rick. Glad to see that you're here. And good evening to all you guys out there. Shout out to all you truck drivers out there that are still driving down the highways, whether it's good weather or bad weather. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to all you guys that work on the railroads, that make sure, all you engineers, make sure that the supplies get from one side of the country to the other side of the country. Shout out to all you dock workers. Somebody's got to unload those fleets and those ships of products that come into the United States and are leaving. Shout out to you dock workers. Shout out to all you second shifters. We got your back tonight, gentlemen. We got your back tonight, ladies. All you guys that will be going in early tonight for your third shift. Shout out to all you early third shifters that are working. And shout out to all you military men and women that are out there. Appreciate you all. Appreciate you all. Like I said, we got our special guests waiting in the back, so the shout outs won't be too many. We got 24 in the building. Glad to see you guys that are here. Glad to see you guys here. Let's scroll down, give everybody a shout out, a quick shout out at least. Shout out to my brother Kenny People in the building. Glad to see that you're here. Good evening. And hey to my brother, that Pookie Madness, Flicky Sticky. You know how they do. And salute to my brother Ronan out there in the Philippines and all you guys that are out there in Southeast Asia. Good morning to you, gentlemen. Good morning to you. Glad to see that you guys are here. And he also says, he said the YNs get into it. No reason. They were like that in the States. They followed us over and they're acting the fool. And now disclaimer, I've seen white YNs acting a fool in different parts of the world too, especially where Ronan is, which is the Philippines, Thailand, Korea, Vietnam, Japan. I've seen them white boys act up as well, and they get arrested, and they end up doing either getting executed or they end up doing a lot of time in jail. So I've seen the foolishness take place with more than one race. But shout out to Flicky Sticky being in the building once again. Shout out to my brother Keithan being here. Glad to see that you're here, brother. Looking clean. Them truck drivers once again. Shout out to my man Emoji being represented as well. He said, you can't get away from them. You can't. Every time we try to be grown men and grown women, it's always Pookie, Ray Ray, and Nook Nook of them. Always want to act a fool. Salute to you as well, brothers. Salute to you as well. Let's scroll down a little further. We got my brother Charles in the building. Yes, sir. Glad to see you. What's up to everyone, as well as Mr. Gene Wright of the Wright family. Glad to see you here. What's up, brother? What's up to you as well? Stick around, fellas. It's going to be a good one. My man, I am collecting data is in the building. I'm collecting data is here as well. Glad to see that you're here. He said it's cold as hell in California. What? It's cold in California. Goodness gracious. And behind the let me see if I get this. Behind the veil? Oh, Behind the Veil TV. Okay, I got it. I got it. Yeah, I got it. Shout out to Behind the Veil TV. If this is your actual YouTube channel, man, let me know if that's your YouTube channel. If it is, man, drop the link to your channel. If you got something positive that's going on, any of you guys, Ronan, all of you guys, drop Fearless, drop a Black Man Traveler, drop all of you. If you're a content creator, I kid you not, I don't care if you got 500 subscribers, 50 subscribers, 50,000 subscribers. We all started somewhere. So if you have positive, I'm not talking about gossipy content in the sense of you tear other people down. But if you got positive content, drop the link to your channel so we all can support each other. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to Steve in the building, as well as my brother Charles representing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Glad to see that you're here, man. And yes, we're going to take a moment out to do say rest in peace to one of the final civil rights leaders that we had. First brother to run for president that we knew of in our modern time. The brother that created the term African American and put it on the map. The brother that said keep hope alive, even though he's no longer alive. Our brother Jesse Jackson, man. Shout out to Jesse. Our prayers go out to him. One of the first autobiographies that I ever read was Jesse Jackson's autobiography. Very good. I didn't know how much when he was running for president, the things that he did. He slept in farmhouses and he slept on the road. I mean, it was not luxurious when he ran for president, and yet he did it. So shout out to him and his family, man. To keep his family, his loved ones, and all of us in prayer, because it looks like the last of our last are passing on. RAP. Yes, sir. Rest in power, Jesse. Rest in power. Yes, sir. It's just cold across the country, it looks like. Shout out to Charles from Mexico. Yes, sir. Shout out from Mexico. Let's go ready to get started, gentlemen. I'm about to bring my guest up. We change the music. You know how I do. Let's change the music from the intro music to the show music. Yes, sir. Let me turn that down. Now, like I always mention, gentlemen, I appreciate travel. I really do. I appreciate you men when I meet you, man, in person. I appreciate when I meet the ladies in person. And I kid you not, man. It's great to see us progressing. But as we progress, there are those in many of our communities, whether you be black or white, that are not trying to progress. I heard one person say this: there are hood dudes that fight against the progression of black people on purpose. I'll say this again. There are hood men and women that their lifelong dream is to keep hood. Even when they're on the planes, they try to act hood. Even before they get on the planes, they try to act hood. And even when they get off the plane, these YNs and these Keishas somehow, some way show their ass. At the end of the day, gentlemen, I'm glad that we are a good example in no matter what community we go to, because at the end of the day, these people are not going to change. I don't think y'all realize that Keisha's, Pookies, and Ray Ray is going to continue to follow us. If we were all in Germany, it would be a bunch of Keishas, a bunch of Ray Rays, and Nook Nooks and them will be following us to Germany, no matter where we go. You had Austin Holloman and a couple of other brothers go to Kenya. What happened? Pookie and Ray Ray, under the auspices of Jay Rillo, went down to Kenya and did what Pookies and Ray Rays do. All you brothers been going to Brazil for the longest. Now you got the Floyds going down there and doing what Pookie and Ray Ray do. At the end of the day, guys, one of the curses of travel as a black man, especially because I'm just going to talk about my people for right now. As a black man, niggas will follow you everywhere you go. I didn't say black men will follow you everywhere you go. I said, as a black man, no matter what club or restaurant, no matter what you do in life, there will always be niggas waiting for you to confirm that the coast is clear so the niggas can show up. That's why there has been a battle going on in our community for years between black people and niggas. Niggas can't stand black people, and black people cannot stand niggas. I didn't say niggers, I said niggas. We don't like them. We don't like when they walk into the library. We don't like them being all loud. I just finished watching I'll give you a perfect example. Even niggas when they think they're doing right. There's a video of the Hebrew Israelites when they came down to Cartagena. I'm going to talk about that in a second. I'm going to invite my guest on because I want to talk to him about it as well. Because if these brothers, these Hebrew Israelite brother, and I have nothing against the Hebrew Israelites, but if these brothers had known Colombia the way that they should, they wouldn't have presented themselves the way that they did in Colombia. And I think I got the video, but I'm going to bring my guest up first. Shout out to my brother. Let me add him to the stage.
I be feeling bad when I ask you for what.
Shout out to you. Hey, how's your day going?
Man, what up, Dre? Just sitting there chilling,
brother?
man. After a long weekend, baby.
I know how it is, man. I know how it is.
Man, it's something else. But yeah, you see, it's crazy in the space right now.
It really is, man. Let's just get to the topic at hand.
All right.
Because I've got video footage for us, and I'm going to show the beginning of it has sound, and then I'm going to have parts where people are talking about Club Delirium, and then for the rest of the video is going to be silent. So it's just, even though the video is going to be playing, it's not going to be any sound. It's just going to be with you being able to speak. But before we show the video and all the receipts of everything, what have you heard so far about what took place?
You know, it's funny. I was listening at your monologue, bro. I've heard the same stories that you've heard. I've heard that it was females that started, black females started getting into it with the chicas because they were in there and basically they weren't getting no love from the brothers. So they started criticizing the chicas and it ended up from that. Then I just heard it was guys fighting over a chica and then it just escalated to Americans fighting. So, you know, my thing is, it's like, who comes 3,000 miles or 4,000 miles or all the way across the world? Because we got brothers that come from Africa, England. Why would you come over here to bring that nonsense? You know, so nobody's ever going to know the real story, but I've heard, and these are sources from people that was in the club. So I guess the only person that's going to know the truth is them. But regardless of how it started, it was still some ignorant shit.
That's so true. So true. That it's just uncalled for. And then, you know, it spilled outside spilled over outside of the club. And
Right.
Delirium
Right.
is
Yeah,
just
man.
crazy
I had
about
never
Delirium.
seen anything like that down here since I've
I
been
know,
here
right?
in 3 years, man. And I was embarrassed, man. And that's why I hit you up and I was like, bro, we gotta talk about this because I'm just tired of us starting to look bad out here in these streets, man. It's looking bad. We down, bro.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
And
it's like
unfortunately, the bad people make it bad for the good people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yes, sir.
before we get started with the show, man, I told you we just finished up CTG Fest, right? And
Yes, sir.
I just want to show these brothers an example
Before we go
of
any further,
okay.
make sure you let guys know what CTG stands for. Because you said it, you know what it is.
Yeah, that's Cartagena. That's
What it
that's
is.
the airport
There we
code
go.
for Cartagena. So yeah, we use that, and then the whole name of the hotel is Rooftop Republic CTG. So it's
You down to do that?
no.
There we go.
Yeah. So basically, like I said, we're finishing up the festival, man, and I want to tell you, like a lot of people I've gotten complaints about, oh, MJ, your stuff is too expensive, your price point is too high, you're this or you're that, is something wrong with it or whatever. But at the end of the day, man, that video is why I set a certain price point, because it's just certain shit that I don't want to deal with, man. So
True.
this weekend, man, we've had a lot of good brothers come through and everything, man. So I just want to kind of, introduce a couple guys that's still here right
Okay.
now, just so they can see these
yeah.
are grown men. These are men that's
sir.
successful, retired in America, and they appreciate peace and everything. So the first person I want to introduce you to is my own brother that's here. He's retired, 24 years, Marine Corps. And,
Right now.
he came down for the festival, and he don't like that Pookie stuff. So this is my little brother right here. Q Dog, Marine Corps,
Shout out
but
to him.
yeah. So, I just want to ask him a question. So, how did you enjoy your trip so far?
Man, it was amazing. I mean, a lot of people say, "Oh, it's too far and stuff," but we just walked to the mall and it's 2 blocks away. I just showed one of the guys how much I pay for Uber because
Right.
most of the chicas live down here; they don't live downtown, and I paid 55 cents and $2.50 for another doggone Uber.
Right. And so
That's
you
good,
enjoyed
man.
yourself.
I enjoyed myself, man. Have a good time, and we up here and smoke cigars and relax by the pool and watch sports.
Right.
That's
So
right.
you don't get it. You don't get any better than that. And now, this gentleman I met. You've heard of Flip Flop, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is one of Flip Flop guys, man. He had met. That's how I met him originally, and we hit it off so good. I was like, you know what? I want you to be my special guest. So this is the type
we
of
go.
guys that we bring down here. This man is 76 years old. He's from Chicago, about the home
All right
team,
now.
and
Chi-town, stand
retired.
up.
Been retired for many years, and he's enjoyed. This is Mr. Fred.
Yo,
How you doing, Mr. Fred?
hey, I'm doing great. Down here having a blast with the young people.
I love it. I love it.
Hey, I'm not sitting around waiting on you know who to come by and take me on. I'm out here enjoying this weather,
Yes,
the
sir.
food, the hospitality. Can't beat it.
Right.
Get your
That's great.
passport.
See, that's what I'm
Yes, sir.
saying. We on some grown men type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Then
Yes,
next
sir.
up, I got retired Chief Petty Officer of the Navy. You know what I'm saying? My guy Drew, man, he been
What's up,
supporting
good
us.
brother?
Yes, sir.
How you doing? What's
So how
happening?
you doing? I'm doing great, brother.
All
How
is
you doing
well.
tonight?
Outstanding. I'm enjoying myself at Rooftop Republic. All the amenities are perfect. The staff is outstanding. The chef is amazing. They got 2 chefs running 24/7, so you never have to wait on the meal. And the community, you got a lot of places to go get what you want. Food. They got a nice mall. They got clubs. Everything you want to do. Outstanding facility as well.
So you see we ain't dealing with no Pookies, man. We dealing with the real deal. Now this is probably
Right.
one of our youngest members of the gang, but he know how to act right. He tried to soak up all this knowledge. My guy Lamont from NYC.
Shout out
Sir,
to Lamont.
how you doing, brother? I just want to
Doing
say
great. Doing great.
I feel very safe at Rooftop Republic CCG, and we having a
Yes,
great
sir.
time here. None of the madness. All grown men, all professionals, and just having a great time.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. And
That
then,
is
but
good.
last but not least, got my man Mike from the Shy. He just pulled up today, man. You know what I'm saying?
Chi-Town
You know,
boys
guy,
in the building.
engineer,
Yes,
run them
sir.
trains in Chicago. Shout out to the engineers, man. But like I said, you see, we ain't all Pookies and Ray Rays traveling. So
No.
I just wanted to show that we got successful guys out here traveling.
Yes,
I
sir.
came a little late for the festivities, but I wanted to come and support Andre, and it's a dope spot. So if y'all thinking about coming, come. Dope.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
appreciate
looking forward to it.
appreciate y'all fellas, man. But yeah, Andre, so like I said, man, I just wanted to show the guys in the audience, man, that it's definitely more to life than just what they see out on TV and what they project us to be. You know what I'm saying? All these guys are either retired or very six-figure type guys or whatever, but
True.
they want to paint the narrative that all of us are like the Rellos and all that other, or NYC the future, whatever. And we're not all like that. We got guys that are doing a thing. What's your thing on the volume? Yeah. So we doing our thing, man. And I definitely appreciate you willing to showcase what's going on here and let them know that those few people that was on that video don't speak for everybody in the travel industry.
Correct. Absolutely correct. And as for the video, for those that haven't seen it, let's get ready to get to it. First of all, let's give a shout out to my brother Miguel in the building. Shout out to him. Show Miguel some love real quick. Let me take you down from the solo screen.
Okay.
I'm clicking the wrong button. Let's get this right. There we go. Shout out to my man. How you doing tonight, brother?
You trying to what's going on?
I'm muted. All right, what's up, everybody? Oh man. So what we talking about? We talking about Pookies and Ray Rays and all kind of travel related.
Yeah,
what we got going on?
Yeah, we're gonna go deep into it. We're gonna go deep into it. How you been doing, man?
Oh man, it's. Hey, we had a long weekend, man, but it was well worth it, man. We had another successful event. All the guys had fun. Everybody stayed safe. Everybody enjoyed themselves, with everything that we laid out and the plans that we got together for all the guys, man. So everybody enjoyed themselves, man. But hey, it definitely was a little taxing, you know what I'm saying? So plus it was my birthday, man. Hey, I just told Jay, I said, good God Almighty, boy, I'm starting to feel that 54, boy. Woo! Hey, I needed a nap.
The whole nap, nothing but the nap.
Yeah, I needed that nap, boy. I said, woo, man. Yeah, man, but it's a great time down here, man. I hated to see what was, what transpired 2 weekends ago. That's crazy, man. That's the first time. I think I heard Unc talking about it before. That's the first time, and me coming down here to anywhere, not just Cartagena, but anywhere in Colombia.
Yeah.
Seeing some stuff like that, and that's crazy, man. So for those of you who brought that stuff down here, man, shame on y'all, man. Keep that stuff. Don't come down here disturbing our peace, man. Keep that stuff, man. Turn your passports in because you don't deserve to travel.
Yeah,
So-
seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously. That is not a lie. That's not a lie at all. We're going to look at the video clip real quick. We're going to just take a few minutes out, look at the video clips, and then we're going to come back to you, gentlemen, and hear what you guys have to say about, the difference between grown men and, like I say, the ninjas that keep coming down and following us around. So let's get started with the video. All it takes is one. All it takes is one. For the most part, for a few seconds, we just saw people standing around just talking. And all it took was just one to start roughing. Here we go. Get your cousin. And you know what makes it so. We're going to talk about this in a second. Let me be quiet and just let the video roll. Sounded like pain. Somebody's yelling more. The accents that I'm hearing are Colombian as well as the Americans. They're just out front.
We're fighting for.
Okay. We're going to hear from one of the YouTubers in a second. We're going to hear from a YouTuber in a second that is in Cartagena. He's been doing Cartagena and Colombia video for a while. He had a little take on it as well.
I've been asking around, and so far I haven't got like a real answer about why the brothers were fighting for. Some people, they say that they were fighting for working girls, and who knows if that's true or not. But what I can say and what I can confirm with my eyes, because this is something that myself been seeing on the street, on the clubs, and in the clock tower too. The brothers in Colombia, you know, American citizens, foreigners, that we fight for working girls.
I want to hear what you guys have to say about that. He says that what he's noticed in Cartagena over the last couple of years, that American guys have been coming down and they have no problem fighting for their personal pay for play. What do you guys have to say in regards to that? What do you think?
Oh, Lord.
You want to go
agree
first?
with them 100%. Go
Whether
ahead,
it be on
Miguel.
WhatsApp, whether it be, you know.
I haven't seen no fights over no. Like, now I see dudes do some pretty petty, but some petty crazy simp stuff. But as far as like fighting, and I've seen dudes undercut, you know, but as far as coming to blows over these, I have never seen that. Never.
Do you think, shout out to BMT in the building as well as Richie Mack, Zoom to Thailand. Do you think that this is going to be, that this would build up to this? That I don't think, and I'll give you my hypothesis. I don't think that this situation a couple of weeks ago was an isolated incident in the sense of that it just so happened to happen. I believe that you guys and I and other guys, including BMT, can attest to this. When we first started coming to Colombia, there was no this is my pay for play and I'm not sharing, you know, this is my ball, you can't nobody play with, you know, this particular football. You know, guys were sharing. We even, when I first came down here, man, dudes were sharing whole facts. Dudes would sit back and say, hey man, I got a female dog, she good people, you ain't got to worry about getting drugged or robbed. They will put her information in the WhatsApp. They will put her information out in different groups, and she would get, because the dudes would be like, man, she's so cool, man. She got a shorty, so I'm just showing some love to her and giving her more clientele. And then the dudes would see her, she would be hot to death, and dudes would share attractive women. And that's why it was so easy in 2016, 2015, 2017, when dudes was coming down and we would be in a WhatsApp group, because the WhatsApp groups really started off with dudes sharing, okay, which is the best club, which is the best restaurant to go to, who are the best pay for play women should I deal with? Should I deal with this one, or should I just go out into the streets? Where's the best brothels? That's how all the WhatsApp groups start off. Fast forward post COVID, and that's why I say I'm giving my hypothesis, and I want to hear what you guys have to say. I'm gonna hit the cash apps, in the super chats in a second, gentlemen. Fast forward after COVID, I started to notice this shift in guys would start using this term, my main. In other words, I'll share my other pay for play, but this one is my main. And I'm like, wait a minute. I thought dudes was just sharing pay for plays like the whole facts. Like this is a good one. Leave this one alone. And then all of a sudden, dudes say, I'll share with you 7 raggedy ones, but this one right here is my main. And so I started seeing, like, for 3 years, that term, this is my main was going around. Fast forward now, these dudes don't share no information on no pay for play. The better she is, even BMT did a survey, and I still talk about this survey. BMT did a survey on his show, and I was on his live stream, and he asked the question, how many of you guys have ever fallen in love with a pay for play? And it was about 45% of the guys had said, I have fallen in love, like deeply in love with a pay for play. It has gotten to that point to where it has evolved so much to where now, here's my point. I could see that fight taking place because of the evolution. I could see something like that. That's so when they say it was the sisters fighting, I was like, oh, maybe because the sisters get jealous. But I could even see more dudes fighting over pay for play because of the evolution of how dudes have been behaving over the last 5-6 years. What do you guys have to say in regards to what you've noticed as far as change in men's behavior and how we treat pay for play? Some guys are now marrying pay for plays.
Bro, it's crazy. I had a guy come up here about a month ago to one of my activities, man, and he was like, I want to introduce you to my fiance. Man, bro, it took everything in my power to keep a straight face because she was in the rooftop 2 weeks prior to that. And you know what I did? I act like that was the first time I ever saw her, Dre. He's like, man, she a good girl. Bro, I'm exhausted. I'm literally exhausted with these ninjas and these Pookies and these people going around with this puppy love shit. I'm like, bro, enjoy your time. Keep it moving. If you do not live here and live with her 100% of the time, she is not your girl. She is not. You know what I'm saying? And then they normalize, I'm talking about the Venezuelans and the Colombians, they normalize this so much that they will be talking to my girl and they will tell her everything. They'll be like, yeah, he paid me. They'll be telling me this. It's their girlfriend, right? They'll go tell my girl, oh, he paid us 5 million pesos a piece to hang out for him for the weekend or whatever. But he telling everybody, oh, that's my girl. Or he'll say, that's my girl, but she'll tell my girlfriend, hey, but I got this big time cartel guy in Cali. He puts my kids through college. That's my
Wow.
dude, blah, 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 whatever. And I'm just like, but you can't tell them nothing. They act like they know more than the people that live here, you know. And I think you forgot about something, Miguel. His name start with a C. Remember, he had to mop a dude up. That was over a girl. The comedian.
Nah, that was well.
Well, that's where it started because the guy was giving him a hard time because he was in love with the girl that he was with. Then
Yeah,
the mama thing came up, but it started over a chick. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
it started over the chick, but the dude took it over the line. He started he was like, he called out, he said, look, man, your mom can get it. He said, he was like, I'm a Chicago nigga. I'll kill your whole family, your mom. The dude who got mopped, he was reckless with it. So that one was well deserved. He deserved that. Like, I
Yeah,
can't,
he
you know what I'm saying?
deserved it, but it
He
was
deserved,
over. It was over a pro.
Yeah.
You
But
know.
he
But
took
at
it
the end
too.
of the day, yeah, at the end of the day, man, it's like we don't own nobody. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And
Right.
especially these working girls, and they don't care. They're out just trying to make the next buck. I had guys, man, that was getting upset because, well, this girl, she went with this guy, or the girl asked me to pay her for her time to go hang out. Like one dude, he wanted to take a chick to a restaurant, really nice restaurant, probably one of the best here. And she said, well, my time is my money. But in his mind, he was treating it like a girlfriend experience. In her mind, it's about the money. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I don't get it, man. These girls are ruthless, man. They will take your heart out. And you know, a lot of these dudes try to act hard, man. But um, when you try to share information in groups, you know, that was one of my things. That's one of the reasons why I even got on YouTube, got on social media, was because I got tired of hearing all these stories. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it straight from the source, right here on boots on the ground. But what I found, Andre, is that, you know, women have destroyed nations, and they're
True.
destroying the travel community now, man. These dudes they have no loyalty whatsoever. They pillow talk, you know, so they got their groups, right? Their WhatsApp groups. They're posting the big ballers. They're posting who got the most girth. They posting all kind of shit on us, right? But then, and who's cheap and who's an easy lick. But us, if we start a WhatsApp group, dudes going back telling the chicks what we saying about them in there, trying to get brownie points. And I'm like, what is that about, bro? That's man, that's some dirty macking right there. I don't
And
like it.
that's the point you made.
Exactly. It's like, dude, it's all pay for play. You know what I'm saying? And it really, I mean, seeing that fight, bro, it really hurt. You know, and honestly, I was hoping it was more about the females. Like I said, we still don't know. But I'ma actually comment on whether or not, if it was black females, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Females are coming down here, and I love my sisters. Don't get it twisted. I love my sisters. But to come down here and think that these guys are supposed to drool over you like they do in America, in Atlanta, Chicago, New York, blah blah blah, it ain't happening down here.
It
So a
ain't
lot
happening.
of them get mad because they're not getting any attention,
It's
and then
females and
they want to start putting us out there, you know, on social media and everything. So it's
I got a
crazy.
video. I got a clip for you from a sister. I got a clip from you in regards to Club Delirium.
Yeah.
Right here. This sister right
that's
here.
where you find Afro beats, reggae, hip hop, what it takes. So we like, I bet, because we want to go where all the black people are. Baby, one side is females and one side is males. It felt like I was in high school. But what you don't realize is the one side of it.
She's talking about when she just went to Club Delirium this past summer.
The males is where the males bought the tables and the bottles, and the other side is the women who are working to sell that. want to say is if your man came down to Colombia, make sure he get a test when he come back. Just make sure he get that tested, okay? Because we decided to go to the top, the top floor, and we were just watching the activities. Men was clocking in and clocking out with the women, okay? The women that was sitting down, they was getting pulled to go out the door. Okay, so when men be like, oh, they want to spend money on coochie and coochie this, they come down to Colombia and spend that money on that coochie.
And so women do come down. We're going to be looking at now the rest of the video, if I'm not mistaken, is silent now. So now we can converse. And this is for you guys who have never been to Club Delirium. This is just clips of Club Delirium that we're going to be watching, as well as the fight scenes as well. And one brother says, he said, I love Club. Chris says, I love Delirium. But nobody likes it when it's madness like this, you know, like it is. And you continue on, gentlemen, as you were saying.
Yeah, I was actually, it's funny because we were actually, me and my crew, we were there the night before that happened. You know what I'm saying? And the next night we were like, we don't want no part of it, man. It's gotten to the point, Andre, where it's uncomfortable for me. It's overcrowded. Now the guy is charging triple and quadruple prices. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I feel like they're taking advantage of us. You know what I mean? To each his own.
They are.
You know, to each his own. But then, you know, when we give them other options, it's like, nah, we don't want that option. And let's be real, okay? I don't know who giving these girls the information or whatever, but anybody that knows anything about Cartagena, Delirium is not a regular club, okay? So regardless of whether they play hip hop or whatever, it is not a regular club. It's just set up like a club, but we all know what it is. We don't even have to say it. You know, we know what it is. But it seems like a lot of the black women come down, and the reason I'm using black women, because that's the only ones that I've seen do videos or even up in the spot. They want to come, have a good time or whatever, then they want to critique things, you know, and then they exaggerate. There's men on both sides of the club. There's women in every section. It's just that they're not getting the attention that they're used to in Atlanta or other places that are predominantly black. And it's their butt hurt is basically what it comes down to. And as far as, I want to touch 1 second on the get your man check. I'm going to be honest. Most guys, I'm not saying all, but a majority of guys, the first thing they saying is, man, you got a condom? You got a condom? You know, obviously I run a hotel, so I've seen it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Most guys are using, most of those professional women, they're actually cleaner than some of these regular women out here. Because most regular women, you're not going to think about using protection. But most, I'd say a majority of guys, when they come down here messing with those chicks, they're using protection. So I think that's like an exaggerated thing.
Right. Right. It seems, go ahead, Miguel.
Yeah, I was gonna say, these chicks, they following the dudes on here to see what the big deal is. But my thing was, this is my thing. Didn't nobody say nothing when Stella got her groove back? Take y'all behind back to Jamaica, go back on the raft, get your booty rubbed, and leave us the hell alone. We didn't follow y'all to Jamaica. Oh, I wonder what y'all doing on y'all girls' trips. Leave us the hell alone. Leave us alone, man. That's all. I just want peace. I came out here for peace. I find peace. Sometimes 1 hour
with the women, okay?
Sometimes 1 hour at a time. But you know, but leave us alone, man. We not bothering you. We're not bothering y'all. According to y'all, we was broke, dusty, all these other crap. So why you following us down here, reporting on us broke and dusty ninjas?
We couldn't get a woman. We couldn't get a woman. Women in the States.
Yeah.
I don't know who said that.
But then here's the other scenario. You got the Pookies, the Ray Rays, and the YNs that told us that we was too square. You military brothers, y'all ain't hood like us. Y'all too square. That's why y'all can't make it in the clubs in the States. It's brothers that's got just many TikTok videos as sisters that's saying the reason y'all go to those other countries is because y'all can't get no women in the States. These dudes yelled that from the mountaintops for the longest. Now it's ironic these the same dudes that's following us to these countries. It's as if they want to make sure that the good brothers and the good sisters went to Thailand first, even though you military guys been going to these countries forever. They want to make sure that the good brothers, the ones that they call square, the ones that they thought couldn't get no coochie in the States, as long as we co-sign Thailand, Philippines, Germany, Poland, or Switzerland, Belize, as long as we co-sign Panama, Brazil, here come Pookie and Ray Ray. I always say this. I have never seen a country that black men go to that Pookie and Ray Ray went to first. They have never discovered one country to go to first. They always follow us, and then the women follow us, and then the dudes that got women, that the couples from the States follow us. So now you got the dudes that have a wife or a girlfriend in the States. They coming down here now to where you guys are located in Cartagena, and they're making the prices go higher, and they're making things worse. And so, but as far as Pookie and Ray Ray going to their own countries, they'll never do that because they're followers. They've been followers their whole lives. I don't care none of what, and it may be YNs in the comment section, but I'm here to tell you, you YNs have never discovered one country, one city that everybody said, hey, let's follow the YNs, man. That's a good spot. Y'all always follow us. You grab out the back of our shirt. You grab the hem of our pants, and you follow us to these other countries, and you do nigga-ish stuff in other countries. And when we go to another country, here you come again following us. How about you do this? Sisters, take your butt back to Ghana and Africa. YNs, take your ass back to the States and all them clubs. Go back to Miami. You can have Miami. We're going to give you Miami. You want Atlanta? We'll give you Atlanta. You want Houston, Texas? We giving you Houston. All you YNs, you can have all of Houston. You can have all. Hey, you want Jersey? All New Jersey is yours. Hey, in the summertime, you want Myrtle Beach? You can have the Carolinas. It's all yours. But all that following us from country to country as if you're discovering something, why don't you find your own? If all you YNs, if all you niggas are real men with pockets full of money, go find your own countries. Why y'all always following us? And that's probably the part that gets to me the most, is that these dudes, these plantation bros, ain't nothing but followers. So we got the women following us, messing things up with their commentary. You got the YNs following us, putting a camera up in everybody's face when we were like, hey, dude, we're keeping it quiet on this side of the city. But they don't know how to do that. They steady running off at the mouth. They got to keep a camera up. That's why you'll never see, sadly, you'll never see me in Delirium, ever. You'll never see me in there.
Hey, for all y'all, I don't blame you, Dre. Hey, Dre, for all y'all YNs, man. I heard it's popping in Afghanistan. Y'all might want to go check that out. Hey, them girls in them burkas, boy, all covered up.
There you go.
I heard it's popping out there.
It's popping in Ecuador.
Yes, sir. I want to go back and finish off what the brother was saying, if you guys don't mind, because he was making a good point.
Or not, but what I can say and what I can confirm with my eyes, because this is something that myself been seeing on the street, on the clubs, and in the clock tower too. The brothers in Colombia, you know, American citizens, foreigners, that we fight for working words. This is the truth. This is the reality, and nobody can say that this is not true, because I've been seeing brothers getting mad because another brother is getting a number from the working words that they talking with in the middle of the tower. Please, fellas, do a favor for yourself. Think about you. Think about your family. Think about your child if you have child, you know, and don't do these dummy things in countries like Colombia. This working words.
That's a good point that he just made. A lot of times dudes come over here and they don't think about the family that they got back home. That's another difference between black men and niggas. Or I'll just keep it clean, YNs. YNs never think about their family back home. A lot of you YNs, y'all got kids back home. Y'all got 4 or 5 baby mamas. Y'all got child support to pay back at the house. Y'all come to Colombia and act like y'all ain't got no responsibilities, as if all your kids grown, all the bills have been paid, all the child support has been paid. And that's not true. And we know it's not true. So at the end of the day, I agree with him 100%. A lot of times guys get drugged, robbed, hustled, scammed, get into fights, get into arguments, get into disagreements, lose lifelong friends over pay for play, not thinking about the people that care about you back home. And because those men in that video that were fighting, they didn't think about their families and their kids back home. They just thought about in the moment. They're at Club Delirium. They're trying to show out for the Afro-Colombian sisters and the other Latina sisters. They're trying to showcase, look at me, I'm the man from America. Let me get in all of a sudden they get drunk, they get in a fight. And the next thing you know, they don't realize the repercussions of embarrassing themselves in another country.
Not only that, I don't know if they looked on TV. You can look at any YouTube video to see what any country's jail system is like. It is not like America.
No.
You may get some chicken soup once a day. You know what I'm saying? They not feeding you and you don't have the rights that you do in America. You know what I'm saying? So you go up in there if you want to. It's going to be all fun and games until they put your ass away.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I seen a couple of stupid dudes talking about I know my rights. What are you talking about? You know your rights. What rights? You're not a Colombian citizen. You don't have no damn rights over here. You got a right to shut the hell up. Act right. That's what you better do. Because I know a couple of Colombian police officers, and believe it or not, they say, oh yeah, we love when people come over here and act up. They said they love it because that's when they get that exercise out. They say, yeah, we take them to the station, and I'm telling you, they will drag you to that station and whoop you up and whoop you.
Oh yeah, yeah, I wouldn't doubt that at all.
Word again. Mm-hmm. You think, hey, you think you down south in the '60s or somewhere. The only thing they ain't putting on you is the damn dogs and the hoses, but they gonna hit
Look,
you.
it ain't no cable. It ain't no cable and 3 hots in a cot. It ain't that.
No. A lot of
you
guys
act
think
up.
it's three hots.
You act up, you're gonna get that billy club work. Trust me.
Right.
Right.
I've seen the police use a billy club at a soccer game. So imagine this, right? If they'll put a billy club against their own people head, what the hell you think they give a damn about some YNs?
Absolutely correct.
Ain't gonna be no, oh, this is a George Floyd moment, or this is a, Tamir Rice. Nah, they don't give a damn.
None of that.
They don't, ain't no law. It's reckless over here. You know what I'm saying? But if you act like you got some sense, you'll be fine. But I'm going to tell you what happened was, I think this is where the shift came, right? When there was some brothers that were coming over here to Colombia well before COVID, they never had any problems, right?
Correct.
When COVID hit and the thing with DR kind of shut down a little bit, Colombia got popular and they said, well, man, it's safe now to go over there. Oh, this beautiful women or whatever. Then all of a sudden, man, everybody started coming. Literally, man, it's 90% brothers on every Spirit plane that comes over here every day, just about, bro.
Underground
It is
railroad.
insane. It is insane. So now that they feel more comfortable, they're like, okay, this is the next spot or whatever. To be honest, Andre, and this is, if I was to sell the Airbnb, I would probably pick a country or pick a place out in the middle of nowhere where it's just like nothing but locals, nothing but I wouldn't even want to live in a mainly predominantly tourist area, or tourist city, I should say, because this is what comes along with it. And it's embarrassing, man. It really is. All this stuff that's going on in the travel game, it is literally embarrassing. It's bad when we create something that's nice, like the term passport, bro. Now, everybody's ashamed to use passport, bro, just because of a few bad apples. Because like I said, the guys that I mainly deal with, the guys that I see are the gentlemen that I introduced you to. We had a guy that worked on the COVID vaccine that was with us, for our CTG Fest. We had engineers, we had lawyers, we had all high tier guys. You know what I'm saying? So But the guys with nothing, the Pookies, their voice is louder than ours because most of the time, the guys that's doing right, they flying under the radar. They flying low key. They do what they got to do, have their fun, go back home to their families or by themselves or whatever. But the YNs, bro, they got to get on camera. They got to put everything on camera. And I'm just sick of it. I'm really sick of it, man. That's why I'm like, hey, if I go, I'm going to do whatever I can to keep them out of here, bro, because they got to go.
I think one of the wisest things that you did was get a place that was closer to the mall instead of closer than the main city, which was an excellent move because guys can still enjoy, you know, the eye candy, meeting women, blah, 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 the restaurants in the mall areas and things like that. That's close to where you guys are. It's you can enjoy local neighborhoods to feel like, see, this how me and Andrea were, and this how I am when I chose Cali. I wanted to be in a city or in an area of a city, even when I was just traveling with Airbnb. What if I lived here? Your spot is located in an area that I would consider, what if we lived in Cartagena?
Yes.
I'm around regular people. I'm around the locals. I'm not hearing Americans. I'm not seeing Americans on a regular basis, except for the ones that are around me at your spot. And I think that's one of the
Dre.
things
And they are pleasantly surprised when they come out here, man. Like these guys, man, they said every time I brought a guy out here, it's his first time here, and they get to walking around or whatever. Do you know that half these guys pull chicks from the local areas that's working? But then they say, oh, Cartagena ain't got no regular chick. Well, how do you know if you've only been to Hollywood Beach and Delirium? How do you know?
That's it.
There's so many. That's so much more to Cartagena, and they were pleasantly surprised because, matter of fact, we went out to eat at this rooftop, right down the street from the hotel. I had 3 pieces of filet mignon for 52 mil pesos. Where in the hell can you get filet mignon, three circle pieces for 52 mil pesos in America?
You can.
Or in the tourist area. So they realized, man, everything is so much cheaper out here. I say, you see why I don't want to live in the tourist area? And they get to experience a little bit of, I said, this is the real Colombian culture. You know, but I got you. I said, you think I will put my name behind bringing somebody to the hood or a place where they're going to be unsafe? I would never do that. But some guys, oh man, I need to be right by the beach. I need to be right by, bro. You can get to the beach. It's a $7 Uber ride. Come on.
Absolutely. I want to share something that confirms what you were just saying. You know, I'm a receipts type of guy. So let me pull this video down for a split second. And let me add this to the screen.
Them joints was good.
Okay, here we go. We've got the map of Cartagena. So all you guys that have been to Cartagena, you ain't been to Cartagena. I'm gonna say this again because I've said this for years. All you guys that have been to Cartagena, I don't care if you've been there 15 times, you have not been to Cartagena. And I'll tell you why. Here is the airport. Right here.
Hey, wrap it up in hey, Mike, you all right, man. I don't care what they say in Chicago, man. The TDs or the Stones. And
there we go. I got them. Okay. So right here, let me blow this up for you guys so you can see it. Right here is the airport. Right here, of course, this is the Atlantic Ocean. And we know not too far from the airport is the Old Town. And right next to the Old Town, if you're going to the part that looks kind of like South Beach, that's Boca Grande. This is it for most of us. I would easily say 95% of us, this is our Cartagena experience. You've been to Cartagena 15 times, and you basically have been to these locations. This is Cartagena. Most of us have not been to Cartagena. You've been to this small little strip area of Cartagena, and you swear up and down, you know, all the women are paid for play, all the women are this, all this goes on. It's poppy. Can't nobody tell me about Cartagena. You've never been to Cartagena. You've been to the Old Town, and you've been to the South Beach area, Boca Grande, and you've been to a few other little islands on the outskirts, and you think that you've done something. You really think that you've been to the Cartagena. You have this is how large Cartagena is compared to where we hang out. Most of you have never seen this part of Cartagena. And this is what the brothers are saying. We're introducing you to the real women of Cartagena with their Airbnb. You're in a better area. You can always get to the beach. You don't need to be on the beach. And I'm going to say something. Most of us don't even go to the beach that we're by. If you're in Buca Grande, most dudes don't go out to the beach in Buca Grande. You end up getting a yacht out or a ride out to another beach on the outskirts. So most of us that I've never actually been on or hung out all the time on the beach in front of my spot if I go to the Intercontinental in Buca Grande. That's not the beach I hang out at. I actually get a bus and take an hour plus ride or 45-minute ride to the beach I want to be on. So all you guys that scream, I need to be on the beach, what for? We don't even take advantage of those beaches.
No,
So
they spend 2 hours on the beach from 4 to 6 in the afternoon. They go down to Hollywood Beach, which to me is some BS, right?
Yes, it is.
The only thing you're looking out there is pay for play. You know,
right here, all this area and all this area over here.
And actually, we're actually 10 minutes from Delirium, where we're at. So you got to come out there anyway. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I don't understand it.
And that's why I want to show the map of Cartagena to let guys know that you guys will be introducing them to the true Cartagena and the real women of Cartagena. And if you want you a woman that's in that area, can. And so when guys sit back and kind of like use mockery and say, oh, that's all the women are. That's like saying all the women in Phuket are play. Are you freaking serious?
Right.
All the women in Cebu are people play. Are you serious? All the women in Luxembourg, Germany are paid for. Are you serious? These guys, your experience is this little slither of land. Once you get off the airport, most of you, this is your experience of Cartagena. 99%, I'll say 90% of us, this is Cartagena that you share on YouTube, Cartagena that you share on Instagram, TikTok. When you go back home to your favorite barbershop, this is the only Cartagena that you've seen, and you've been coming to Cartagena for 10 years, and you've never been in Cartagena. So stop telling that barefaced lie that I go to Cartagena every year. Most of the sisters don't go to Cartagena, this part. Most of the brothers don't go to Cartagena, this part. The real Cartagena, just like you don't go to Medellin. You go to strips parts of Medellin. You dang sure don't come down here, so we ain't worried about that part. But I just want to showcase this and let guys see when you guys say that, wait a minute, not everybody's in Cartagena pay for play. There's a reason why you guys say that. You're not saying it just to be having something to say. Now let's pull the video back, add the video back up to this.
Gurus don't belong to nobody. They just belong to you for 1 or 2 hours, maybe for the day, maybe for the night, but that's it. Once you go and we're trying to find another clients, another customer, and another way how to make the money and how to bring money to the homes, to the kids, to the mama, to the sister, because it's not a secret that a lot of these working gurus, they are the provider for their families in majority of the cases.
We're going to talk about the biggest club in Cartagena. But as you know, I live Colombia. We're going to talk about Delirium, aka Androgeno. Androgeno. Am I saying it right? Androgeno. You guys get the point. When you guys walk in on the spot, the first place is going to look like there's nothing in there. Then you're going to go through the back doors. And this is where the club gets lit. You want to show up around, what's going on, man? You want to show up around about 11 p.m. and it's going to start getting thick fast. Get one of the VIP sections, but you have to buy 2 bottles in. Look, we had 5 people, 2 bottles. We paid for the night $125 a piece.
You got 5 people, 2 bottles? You're coming out of $125 a piece for 2 bottles? I love you, Cali. That is great. See, I'm spoiled, man. I'm spoiled. I ain't gonna even lie. I'm spoiled here in Cali. Our best of the best Palladium, which is considered one of the best clubs in the world, is like 5-6 levels, different clubs, and you're not going to be paying all that for VIP. Goodness gracious. Like if you go to Club Living here in Cali, Colombia, and the whole club is VIP, right? You're going to be paying maybe 20,000 pesos to get in. You got your own waiter, you got your own tables, your own VIP chairs. You're buying a bottle. It's almost like if the aguardiente is maybe like 50,000 or 60,000 pesos in the grocery store, it may be like, I say 180 or 160 in 180, come to think of it, at the club. And so you're like, okay, 180, that's not bad. Or your rum or your whatever drink that you drink. But if you're paying $125 a piece and it's 5 dudes and y'all only got 2 bottles, we're not including. If it's 2 bottles, I'm flabbergasted right now because I'm used to give us 2 bottles of this, give us 4 Coca-Colas, give us 5 or 6 Coronas or Club Colombias, including at least 4 bottled waters. And I'm talking about every time we go out, 4 bottled waters, and then we got the drinks. And we ain't coming out of that money. Nowhere near that amount. And we got a whole table full of drinks. Y'all talking about y'all coming out that much, and y'all just got so we ain't even talking about no bottled waters. We ain't talking about the Coca-Colas. We just talking about just the price for just the 2 bottles of liquor with them. Man, that's crazy, bro.
It's real crazy, bro. Like, it's funny because that you mentioned about the aguardiente. So anybody that don't know what that is, that's like a local drink that the Colombians drink. They love that stuff, right? So, we throw events, Dre. So when we throw events for the locals, I had to put a cap on the aguardiente because it's too cheap. Even if I mark it up at 100%, it's still, I can only get about 110 mil pesos from it, right?
Right.
So they be trying to order 6 of those. I was like, nah. We can only sell 1 bottle of that. You know what I'm saying? We can't sell that all night because they'll be messed up and you ain't made no money. You know what I'm saying? But I agree with you, man. When I go to the local salsa club here with my girl, man, we can pop bottles all night. For less than 300 mil pesos. I mean, 400 mil at the max or whatever. You know what I mean? So I agree with you on those prices, man.
Could you do me a favor? Could you do me a favor, guys? My man Kofa was just asking, which is a good question. I thought about this earlier, and I'm about to get to the super chats as well. Could you guys do me a favor, put in a private chat the link to the to you guys' spot?
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
The website to where if somebody wants to get reservations. And I kid you not, man. One of the things that I'm really glad about, true, and I mean this, Andre and I, we're more comfortable being in a location in Cartagena where you guys are compared to being in the touristy area all day long.
Yeah.
We're not people that are built to be around crowds all day long.
I'm good out here where I'm at.
Yeah. Plus, we're like this. We travel by day, not by night. So we like to, at night, there's a pool, there's some drinks, there's, some eating. Once the sun go down, Andre and Andrea are basically indoors. So anytime we got a place like you guys have to where we can enjoy ourselves, there's a TV there, we can relax. That's how me and Andrea are. We go out because we get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to where some dudes are just getting in. We're getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning. We're going to the beach. We're going here. We're hitting some museums. We're doing a tour. We're going to a restaurant that we got reservations for. We're going shopping. We're going to a side of the city that we haven't been to. We're kind of like daytime people. And there's a lot of people like us that let's put it like this. Outside of the clock tower, like rooftop where they have the live bands and the music and the food, that's the only time me and Andre have ever been out late in Cartagena. We usually are indoors right around 8 o'clock. And so usually we get a place that has a all nice, all day swimming pool, and we just relaxing because we know us. Plus, I like doing photography. Andrea likes doing photo shoots. So we're getting up when the sun is just right. So no matter where we go in the world, and there are millions of people that are like us. And that's why I said what you guys have put together caters to people like us. And there are a lot of people like us that don't necessarily need the crowds and the loudness and the horn honking. We're cool with hearing our neighbors playing music because we're used to it as far as Colombians. But as far as tourists all over the place, as soon as we step out the door, we might walk into somebody, then we got to listen to the young dudes walking down the street rapping, trying to get our attention and get some change from us. We don't have to deal with that. And so we like spots that are like yours. We usually get out of the way spots when we go to Cartagena. We usually don't get the spots that
Yeah,
are
it's okay to definitely try something different. We had a guy this weekend that invited like 9 women from Port of Columbia, right? So we turned on the music here at the spot. All of them was dressed up. They start dancing and everything. And the guy that invited them, he said, "Well, he picked out all these girls for his friends, and I don't know why he did that, but because I believe in you pick your own workout,
Right.
But anyway, when they paid for the festival, everything is included: alcohol, drink, food, everything, right? So instead of just saying keep the party here, he wanted to take them down to the old city and take them to a bar and all this stuff. So now his dudes are mad at him because it's like you up here whining and dining pros. It's like when you had the alcohol here, so you spending money that you don't even have to spend, you know? And they was having, as far as my experience, this is my experience, right? When I go to regular clubs, ain't no chicas dancing. They humping on you, just so that, they can get that sale for the night or whatever, but it's not really dancing, right? When they come to a private party, they're actually boring in the club. When they come to like here, man, for some reason, when they see water, Andre, they turn up. They turn up.
All the way up.
All the way up.
Man, look, if we was the type of dudes that
stopping.
like to put everything on the internet, bro, we could go viral right now for the stuff that we saw this weekend in good taste. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it was beautiful, beautiful ladies, bro. We had a blast, bro. But we don't believe in putting everything ain't for everybody to see. If you want to see it, tap in next year when we do one.
Absolutely.
And also, what's understood don't need to be said. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Let me now once again, guys, I'm about to here's the link right here, gentlemen, for this location for the rooftop. So if you guys want to, and it has the prices there, you have photos there. Video, everything that you want to see in regards to where these gentlemen are located right now, and where the other gentlemen, that we were introduced to earlier, they're there also. So if you want to see what it all looks like, all you have to do is just click the link, and we're going to be showcasing the link throughout the night. All you got to do is click the link, and you guys will be able to see the location. Let me give a shout out to the one of the guys with the super chats. Let me go back up to the top. Shout out to our Canadian brother once again.
I told this guy where I was from. He said, "Oh, Canada."
Black Nubian in the building. Shout out to Terrell being here as well. Glad to see that you're here. Terrell says this. He says, "This was crazy to see," talking about that fight that was taking place. He say, "Hate to see our people." No, those y'all people. Black folks is my people. Niggas, that's y'all people. I don't know why we don't want to differentiate the two. Everybody that's kinfolk ain't my kinfolk. That's y'all people. That's y'all people in the streets. Ain't none of my people that's ever come to Colombia, that's ever been to Europe, that's ever been to Asia. My black people, we don't act no fool. You ain't got no footage of ever of black people acting up in any country. Now, niggas, we got years of footage of niggas. So anytime y'all actually think that us grown men are going to live the rest of our, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, let me put solo on Andre. If y'all think that we're going to spend the rest of our days trying to pretend like we ain't seeing what we seeing, that we don't see the difference between black men and women and you niggers, that embarrass us day in, day out, in every atmosphere. If you think that we don't notice and we're supposed to die off this planet, you know, at 70, 80 years old and pretend our whole lives that we can't tell that there's a difference between black men. I'm not talking about bougie black men and women. I'm just talking about regular, everyday, going home, go to work, take care of their family, take care of their responsibility, living a decent life, a great life, black people. And you ungrateful ass niggas, you think we don't know the difference? You think we got all these degrees, all this education, all this insight, all these inventions, all these opportunities of growth. Did you think it was niggas that was out there that was fighting for our rights in the 60s and 70s and 80s? When was the last time a nigga invented something? When was the last, a nigga don't even know how to fill out a patent form. Niggas ain't never opened up no club. Not a nigga. Probably a black man that was hanging out with some niggas opened up a club or a restaurant. But it was always a black man or a black woman that did it. You niggas don't know how to do shit. Self-follow and fuck up. That's it. If you were born for nothing, if God didn't send you niggas to the planet for nothing else, to follow everybody else and fuck up. And I'm talking to you white boys too, because y'all got y'all version of niggas too. So don't y'all ever think that when y'all say our people, that's y'all people. Y'all want to claim them? Those yo people. Niggas are not my people. I don't hang out with niggas. I don't talk. You know how long it's been since I talked to a nigga? I cut niggas off so fast that I don't get a chance to get. I haven't had a full paragraph with a nigga in years. Now ask me how often I talk to black people. All the time. Of different races. Of different cultures, ethnicities, Afro-Colombians, Afro-Blacks, Latin blacks, in other words. I'll talk to blacks from different walks of life. Niggas, you can't get 5 seconds of my time. 5 seconds. Why you think the consultations cost as much as they do? Because when I first started doing consultations, I had prices that niggas could afford. Do you know what's been the joy of doing consultations and meeting you guys? I know that niggas can't afford the consultation. So I ain't never got to worry about a nigga asking me, Andre, could I do a consultation with you? Niggas don't ask. Niggas just assume. Niggas just follow. They follow and fuck up. That's it. They don't do nothing else in life. They were sent to this planet for the sole purpose of showing there's a difference between black people and people that don't know how to act like they got some goddamn sense in their head. So stop. And I mean that. I'm 58 years old, and I'm not going to sit around pretending like everybody that's my skin folk is my kinfolk. Black people are my kinfolk. You niggas, I can't stand your ass. And it's a lot of us brothers that can't stand your ass. We get tired of you fucking up everything you glance at. You ain't got to touch it yet, and it gets fucked up. You fuck up everything. Name one area of life you ain't fucked up. Name one area of life you ain't fucked up. One that niggas ain't fucking up. Name it. You fucked up when we was in school. You always fighting and doing this and trashing the schools. If we ask you to go on sports, you fuck up in sports. You got the opportunity of a lifetime, and what do? You dedicated to your gang that you was in when you were 18 years old. So now you become a professional football player and you throw it all away for some gang ass niggas. You fuck up everything. Name one area you've ever touched. Niggas, put it in the comment section. One area of life that you have ever touched that you didn't fuck up. You were born to fuck up. You're going to die fucking up. So if you think that we don't realize, and my bad, gentlemen, but if you think that we don't realize that there's a difference, and I'm not talking directly to you, Terrell, by the way, and I'm not talking directly to you. I'm just spewing. So if you guys don't think that us grown adult men at this stage of life, with the peace that we have and the joy that we have and the sisters that are traveling with peace and joy and meeting different cultures, that we can't tell the difference between us and you, that's what makes you a nigga, because you can't tell the difference between us and you. Let me continue with these super chats. And shout out to my brother. My brother said this is horrible look, a horrible look. He's absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Like I said, I wasn't coming after you, T. Well, T already know that. We was having lunch yesterday. So, I mean, we were having drinks yesterday. Shout out to my brother, Will. The Medellin boys. He say, salute to Andre. Salute to you, Will. He say, Andrea, Unc, Jay. He say, Miguel, chat fam. Smash that like button. This is going to be a great show. Respect. Yes, sir. Let me scroll down a little further with my brother, Kofa. Shout out to him in the building as well with the $5 love. And he says this. He say, the loudest in the room is the weakest in the room. Absolutely correct. He said, y'all brothers keep living low key and well. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And like I said, their location, the rooftop location, is strategically perfect for individuals. Let's put it like this. If I wasn't married to Andrea, I would rather be at a spot like these brothers have than be at the spots that where other dudes go to. I can't deal with it, bro. I'm done being around niggas following me all the time. You can't go nowhere without niggas following you. I swear. Everywhere. Let me let me take me out of solo. And let's go back. And I'm going to put the video.
Hey, Dre. Dre, before you go to anything else, I want to make a comment. Now, see, this is the part where you're talking about niggas. Some nigga gonna put in the chat room talking about rooftop charged him double. First of all, we're only on Airbnb. Okay? How can you charge a person double on Airbnb? And I'm sure it's a fake account because all the numbers after it. But this is the part that I'm talking about. We always try to tear each other down. We have never charged anybody double for anything. The rate is what the rate is or whatever. You pay what the rate is. So how can you say we charged you double when everything is done through Airbnb? You know the price before you hit that button for pay. So I don't know what this guy is talking about or whatever. And I'm sure he's never even seen or even visited Rooftop Republic. So to anybody that's reading that nonsense, it's false.
And that's the funny part. That's the
never
funny
even
part.
Been here. I've had guys do reviews on the place that never stayed here. But that's how we are. We're crabs in a bucket. At least they are crabs in a bucket. You know, ninjas. You try to build something and they try to tear it down. Or I've never, even when I've been home. See, nobody ever. They always look at where you at, but they never look at your backstory. Nobody was with me when I was in a homeless shelter. You know what I'm saying? Doing what I got to do to take care of my family. Nobody was with me when I was in that war zone, getting shot at and everything. So nothing in life is easy, especially for a black man. You know, nothing is easy. You have to work for everything that you get. And for somebody just out of pure hate, jealousy, envy, to go around spreading false rumors to try to mess with your business or whatever you got going on, that is just madness to me. You know, so shout out to all the brothers that supported us and positive. But I just wanted to let them know that that guy that made that false statement, comma, whatever your name is, that is completely false. Nobody charged you double for anything.
Yeah.
Hey, so that was hey. So shout out to my partner, man. But you ain't got to explain yourself to nobody, especially not to none of these damn niggas. But hey, bro, I got a suggestion for you. Put your real name in the chat, and when you come through, we'll charge your ass triple, nigga. Nobody got time for that shit. Put your real name in the chat so we can charge you triple, better yet quadruple. Get the fuck out of here.
That's madness. Let's go to this. Shout out to Ronald being in the building over there in Japan. He said I go out here in Japan. He said there are young military members in Yokosuka, YN men and women be out here acting a fool. I can't stand it. No damn home training. And that's exactly what it is, man. No damn home training.
Yeah. Dre, and you described it perfectly, man, what you was just talking about. Kinfolk and all that. We had a lively debate. I had a lively debate with a guy not too long ago. And he talking about we all need to get together and this and that, and we all got to come. And I'm like, bruh, it's up for that. It ain't no coming together. Like, how you expect us all, like, like it's never gonna happen. So I was breaking it down to him, and I'm like, just simply this reason right here. I said, look, you look at the continent of Africa. Africa got, 54 countries. And I was explaining to him, I said, you take one of the smaller countries, Benin. I said, in that country alone, they speak 64 different languages. I said, so they can't even, and they have different cultures. I said, so how are you going to expect, just because we got the same skin tone, that we supposed to get together? I said, if that made sense, I said, explain to me why Russia and the Ukraine at it right now. They just, so by your logic, they should be all skin folk. Why are they over there fighting? Like, people are going to be, people are going to fight, man. It's all about different culture. And it's definitely I don't even know if you want to call it a culture, but this nigga and this YN bullshit that be going on is crazy, man. It's crazy. You're absolutely right. People tired of that, man.
I just looked through our list, Miguel. We have no John Lorenzo that ever stayed at Rooftop Republic. So get the fuck out of here, man.
Damn shame.
I don't know what rooftop you've been. I don't know what rooftop you've been to, but we're gonna put an asterisk.
That was
by your
Rooftop
name.
Costa Rica or something. I don't know.
We're gonna put an asterisk. We're gonna make sure and put an asterisk by your name, John Lorenzo, and we're gonna offer you that special discount. We're gonna up the price 400%.
I know, right?
And then tell you we got a 30% markdown just for you.
I'll give it a real price. Seriously, because a lot of times, and like you guys said, guys will just say things just to say things. I mean, we get the hate, and so I'm kind of used to it. Andrea she has her own channel, so she gets the dislike as well. One guy did a YouTube video just centered around Andrea. It was like, why is this man got his wife on YouTube giving advice to men when she should be in the kitchen cooking? Isn't that why he moved to Colombia? And I'm looking like, wow, it doesn't faze us at all, because the fact that there are very few English speaking women on air that you guys can ask questions to. And so guys enjoy the fact that they can ask Andrea and Afro Wahida and Dee and a bunch of other women that speak English questions. But to sit back and be jealous because Andrea's channel is doing better than his channel, that's the crazy part. To be jealous of a Colombian woman who has a YouTube channel doing better than your channel, so now you're jealous, and why is she on YouTube? And you're like, wow, that's creepy. About as creepy as this dude that just said that he went to your hotel, to your Airbnb, and he never went. That's creepy. That's creepy, bro. I mean, it's just getting out of hand, man. And I'm gonna tell you something for real, guys. I'm just say this. This right here is why I moved to Cali. This is why I moved to Cali, gentlemen. Because I saw what was coming in Cartagena down the turnpike, and I saw what was going on in Medellin. I didn't know it was going to get this bad. I won't even lie. I didn't see all this coming, but I saw changes coming, and I started doing my homework and found that Cali is so far south that we're not a beach city. We don't have a red light district, so we have brothels. And we have strip clubs, but there is no place where you could just go and there's the pay for play spot right there where all the pay for play are just waiting for you like a Parqueyeras. And so, and Cali is surrounded also by, I think Cartagena as well in Medellin with love hotels. Do you guys have that all over the place too? The 1 to 4 hour love hotels?
Yeah, they got them.
Yeah, they got about
20 mil pesos around the corner.
Right. And so,
but hey, Andre, speaking on that, a ninja had a nerd now he booked somewhere else, right? And they wouldn't let him in. They wouldn't let him bring chicas in because it wasn't guest friendly. He asked me, how much for an hour? I say, bro, we don't get out like that. You think we want that kind of traffic coming in and out with different chicks? No, bro, this ain't that type of party. You take that mess on somewhere else. But he had the nerve to ask us, will we sell him a room for an hour?
That's crazy.
Diabolical, bro. Diabolical, man.
And those spots are all over Colombia, guys. So just in case you guys are wondering, I mean, like me and Andre, when we went out for Valentine's Day, we did in our own neighborhood, there's gotta be, I kid you not, there's gotta be 20 because we live right
and
around.
Hey, look, they're at the local price, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very cheap, man. But matter of fact,
nice
you know,
looking
what Miguel told me? He said, "Yeah, we'll sell it to him for an hour. We paying full. You pay full price, so you can leave in an hour if you want to."
There you go. There you go. Here's the hour price. Is the hour price is the 24-hour price. You
Right.
can use it for an hour, or you can use it for 24.
But he wanted a discount.
Yeah, that's man. We always looking for the hookup, and I think that's one of the things that holds us back, man. Is black people. We always looking for a hookup. We always think
They always hit me up and try to negotiate or whatever behind the scenes. I'll be like, go to the website. Well, man, you can't do nothing about. But you'll go out. This is the sad part, right? You want to try to pull us down or talk us down to $50 a night, but you'll give a chica $300. Make it make sense. So you saying that thing for an hour is worth more than your accommodations for 24 hours? Man, get up out of here with that mess.
Better than that, worth more than your safety, because we got the safety measures in place.
Correct.
So, like, come on, man.
Correct. And that's a great point in regards to what you just said as well, the safety. Like a lot of guys don't take that in consideration. They're so, gun-ho for the hoes that they don't think about the safety factor and what you guys bring to the table in regards to that part as well.
Right, exactly, man.
A lot of guys don't think about that, man.
And you're not going to get charged per guest to come in, like most of these spots out here.
Yeah, I don't lie, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I think that you guys are doing an excellent job, and building that Airbnb was an excellent choice.
We appreciate it, brother. We appreciate it, man. We really trying. The biggest issue we got is guys, I want to be next to the beach or whatever. I'm like, all right, bro. It's a $7 Uber ride. It's nothing. It's 10 minutes from Delirium. And to be honest, most of the guys are surprised when they find out the chicas are 5 minutes from us. They all live out here. They don't live in the tourist areas.
That's what they're not realizing. It's like, they talk about the beach. Like I got it. I know a couple of people. They like, nah, we like the beach area. We like the beach area. Niggas been coming down here for like 7 years. They ain't put a toe in that beach water yet. I'm like, come on, man. Quit lying to yourself, man. You want to? It ain't about the beach. It's about the women. And for real, those same women that that you get off the site, that you get off Tinder, or you get down at the beach, whatever. If you want to, want to link up with them later. That's the reason why it takes them so long to get to the spot, because you're down there. That's not where they live. Out here, if you want to link up with somebody, they'll be over here in 10, 15 minutes because they live out here.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And we just got super host status, so we doing something right. We got nothing but 5-star reviews, nothing less than 5 stars. So most of the people that give us a chance, they find out they like it better out here. But you got to be willing to think open-minded. And the thing is, if it ain't for you, hey, everything ain't for everybody, but at least give us a shot. You know what I'm saying? You've been coming down here 10 or 15 times, one trip, giving us a shot, but I promise you, we got the best service ever. Man, guys, take care of my cleaning staff because they do such a good job. A lot of Airbnbs, you're running out of towels because they just bring you one set of towels and that's it. We got somebody here every day if you need towels every day. You know what I'm saying? We got somebody to cook for you if you want to eat every day. So we ain't just your average Airbnb.
Hey, we got washcloths, nigga.
Come on now. Come on now. The black
It's a
man
Colombian
special.
inside thing on the
Yes,
washcloths.
Yes,
Those
sir.
of you who know, y'all know what I'm talking.
I know exactly what you're talking about. We just did an episode on that a couple weeks ago called "What's That Smell," and we
What?
talked. Yeah, we did an episode called "What's That Smell" about how certain cultures only use soap. They don't use washcloths. They don't
Right.
understand the value of, and they're discovering it from dating us and being in relationships with us brothers, and in some cases sisters. They're discovering. Like one white woman says on the video we watched yesterday, she said, one of the reasons I love dating black men because black men take showers and baths, unlike white men that only do it twice a week. Black men they're doing it twice a day. She said the other thing is, she said black men use wash towels, and she was saying it with pride, like, yeah, I discovered something that my white father and mother never showed me, how to use a washcloth. And now she's with black men. She's like, listen, the brothers use washcloths to get off dead skin and the dirt and everything else. And she's like, goodness gracious. It's just the little things that she's learned from dating black men. And one of them was in regards to the washcloth. You're absolutely correct. And so now as the guys are looking at the video and they're seeing the Club Delirium, because let's talk about Delirium for a minute. They've been looking at Club Delirium for like the last 10 minutes, and they're seeing the type of atmosphere that it is. Is it normally like that on the weekends?
Ooh, yes. Yes, sir. Every weekend it's crowded, popping bottles. You feel like you in DC or New York or Atlanta, man. That's the music you're gonna hear. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, if that's what you like, it's jumping. The girls are there, whatever. We're all three on this panel. We're all over 50, so it's not really our thing or whatever. But for the young guys, that's where you go. But where it got wicked for me is that I saw guys throwing money a couple times. I saw guys standing on the benches in there. It's just starting to get really hood. You know what I'm saying? And that's not really my cup of tea. But obviously, because I got to do what my clients want to do, I go there basically for my clients. But if me by myself, no, I'm not going.
Is it just me? Is it just me? Because I'm looking at the videos. Is it just me? Am I seeing it that is looking like it's like a 60% brothers type of atmosphere?
Oh man, I'm so glad you brought
more
that
than
up.
that.
I'm so glad you brought that up, Dre. So like
every video I came up with was more like a sausage fest.
Hey,
we can't say that.
Hold on now. So like when I first started coming down here, Delirium was lit. I mean, the ratio was crazy. Women, it was just like for real. I call it me and my boys. We call it the grocery store because you go in and you pick out whatever groceries you want.
Right.
And I, as time has passed, I slowly started to see the change. And even when we were out there, what, 2 weeks ago, the night before this fight,
right.
It was just different. I want to say maybe 60-40, maybe 55-40. It was so many dudes out there. And for me, like, I used to, like, I was a bouncer, man, like 20 years ago, 25 years ago down in Miami. And you want to talk about the death of a club. Now, I don't think it's going to happen here because we have so many people flying in. It's a destination spot. People want to come in, but if this were a club like down in, Miami somewhere, this would be the decline of it. So, because what happens is, from my experience working in the club industry, when the girls stop feeling safe, and when you start having fights, and when that number, when that ratio starts to tilt the balance, where it's more dudes in there, and then it's more knuckleheads, more YN, your club is dead man walking. You might not even know it yet. So you have to try and change that, but it's hard to make that change. Once them YNs get up in there, it's hard to make that change. So maybe this is the exception because you got fresh crop, or like I said, the Underground Railroad, Spirit Flies, new ninjas in here every day. So maybe they'll be all right. And see, that's another reason I think why the prices over there are so egregious, because that's what everybody's talking about. Oh, go to Delirium, no matter what. Like, to give you an example, we talked about this before, Jay, and I showed you the pictures. It was brute champagne, terrible champagne. It was like a $50 or $60 bottle of champagne. Dre, they got that damn champagne on the menu in Delirium for like $1,600, not pesos, dollars. I was like, who in their right mind? But you got fools out there doing it. So
yeah,
$1,500 for some.
yeah,
cheap.
it's
crazy.
definitely getting crazy, man.
Yeah, and what I was saying,
Crazy.
and so what I was saying before, and I'm holding out hope about what I was saying, what Cap was saying before. I really haven't seen fights. Now I've seen dudes get a little chippy because they're like, hey, I was talking to her, and it's like, bro, these groceries are for everybody. Like, chill. Like, what are you talking about? Like, someone if you on the plane, you think she really? Because they like to say, oh, I'll be here waiting for you. Yeah, okay. I'm waiting for you while I'm sitting on somebody else's lap. These dudes be tripping, man. But I don't think I hope that this is just a one-off, but unfortunately, I think it's probably going to go the way where we're going to start seeing some more hands-on activity, so to speak. So the ratio is off.
Yeah, and I was about to say that.
Yeah,
it is.
but one of the issues that we're having here now, and a lot of the complaints that I'm getting is that. So there's a couple clubs, man, that they done started like, basically, if you look like a YN, they're not letting you in that joint. If they do let you in, they make it so uncomfortable and they tax the hell out of you. They say, oh, you got to get a table. Well, when I walk in or an older gentleman walk in and look like they got some sense, we could just go buy a one beer and we're good. But what they're doing is they're telling basically the YNs, you gotta buy a whole table, like 4 or 5 million pesos in order to come in. So they want to keep that Delirium crowd away from Catalea, which is another club that's jumping in Central. So I can tell which area they're catering to. You know what I'm saying? And I don't blame them, man. They don't want the problems.
Mm-hmm.
Is it because what I'm seeing in Delirium, they say that they play all type of music, but most of the when I was on their Instagram and grabbing these videos, most of the music was either Afro beats or hip hop or R&B that draws these type of crowds to them. Am I correct?
Man, you are correct. Them dudes ain't changed that damn playlist in like 4 years, man.
Wow.
Yeah,
I have heard some when I was, like I said, I turned the volume down on this, copyright strikes and all that. But you're absolutely correct. I was hearing some songs, man, that came out like in the early 2000s and late 90s type of songs. Even though they're nostalgic, it's kind of like, you're hearing some old hip hop. You're like, oh, okay. But I noticed this. The other thing that they do to draw them, they got that American flag in there to kind of like, yes, come in, Americans, spend your money and buy our women and buy our drinks and do the hookah. And you know what it comes across like to me, and I'm not putting Delirium down because I've never been there, but it comes across as a brothel with music. That's what it comes across as, because a brothel has mainly guys, a limit of women that work there. So you can have so many guys coming in and out throughout the day at that brothel. You have a limited amount of women that work there on any shift. And guys come in to pick and choose, and then they have their fun. That's what the whole time I was putting the montage together, I was like, this doesn't look balanced at all. So to see an environment where it's majority guys, like I was saying, it looks like it's like 60% guys. And this the funny part. the clips that I'm just showing you guys are from Delirium's website. So they're not showing you a bunch of beautiful Colombianas. They're showing you on their own website what these videos that I poured down dudes. And so they'll show you a few ladies to let you see, hey, we got a few ladies in here, but I'm seeing like 60% dudes. And so that's why I was like, okay, am I crazy? Am I seeing the right thing? And so now, and mainly the women that you see there are maybe for a few sisters from out of the country, or a few women from out of the country, and then you got the pay for play women, but then you got this whole pool of guys. Am I correct?
You are absolutely correct. So, and the sad thing is, like, when you come down, it's for any travelers who come down here a lot and they frequent Delirium, like, it's like that, it's like that whole song, Digital Underground, all around the world.
The same
song. The same song. Well, all around Delirium, you come in here and you will see the same faces you saw 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And then when you get to, man, if you actually think about it, you're like, what are you doing? So I know you're making money, but like you haven't. All right, I understand. Do what you. I'm not ever going to shame nobody, or because the situation is what the situation is. But like, I like, damn, go take a financial management class, do something, because you're making good money. Like,
yeah.
Like, you ain't got yourself up out of this situation yet. Like, come on, man. But it's that fast life, and unfortunately, I think that ends up breeding, like, they think that they're gonna get that money, and they're always gonna have that ability to get that money. But a lot of these girls don't realize until it's too late. That wall is coming. That wall comes fast, and when you hit it, when that money stops flowing, they're gonna be like, oh, then they're gonna be ready to try and settle down with somebody.
Oh,
save me.
Yeah. Yeah, there'll be a simp to get off the plane, and you guys confirm, like Jay said earlier in regards to the one guy that approached him with the young lady, and you knew that young lady, and the guy was like, "She's a good girl. I got a good one, dog." You knew, yeah.
I try to tell these dudes. Sorry about that. I try to tell these guys, look, man. I tell them, I joke with them. I say, yeah, I'll fall in love with them. I'll fall in love 1 hour at a time. Whatever I said. Like,
that's a good one.
Like, come on, man. Like it is what it is. Like, you gotta recognize the game, understand the game that you're playing. Like, these are not, no matter what they say. And then when you leave, cut that communication. Do not be, these girls treacherous, man. They got this blueprint out of the world. These dudes be sending them money, and I've seen it firsthand, because like being down here, like I said, they're human, no matter what it is. Right. So you may get close with some, and you be like, hey, what's she about, or what's she about? They'll give you the game. They will. It's these girls. It's a lot of these women in these clubs. They more, I hate to say it, but they more thorough than the dude. They will give you the game, and they'll tell you, oh, she ain't, don't mess with her. You know what I'm saying? She out here like drugging people. She doing.
Oh, so they'll give you a heads up.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, it's crazy.
The guys just don't want to hear the truth.
They don't want to hear it at all. These dudes be blinded. These dudes be coming down here and like, oh man, I'm gonna buy an air conditioner. I'm gonna buy her this. I'm like, no, air conditioner. Yo, what are you talking about? Now, so what you gonna do? You gonna pay their electric bill too? Because that AC, if they even choose to run it, like. Man, they used to this down here. They used to this heat, man.
A lot of them don't like air conditioning. They say, like, if one of McGill's girls, she'd be like, oh, frio, mucho frio, from a fan. So, it's different, man. You know, Andre, most of them don't have hot water. My girl never took a hot shower until I met her. and she
Wow.
educated. Yeah. Now she love a hot shower, but at first she was like, "That doesn't make sense to me to take a hot shower."
But you know, being in Cartagena though, Barranquilla, Santa Marta, Guajita is, you know, it's hot. So them cool showers feel good. I wouldn't
Yeah.
lie. But I understand what you're saying about the hot water. I agree with you on that one.
Yeah, I gotta have hot water. Now I turn it down a little bit to medium, but I definitely gotta. I can't go in it fully cold. Get that.
Yeah, I'm like that. I'm like that. I'll turn it
Ain't
down.
gonna hold my shorty turned that she had the bathroom steamed up. I'm like,
Oh, really? Now,
like, man, it's a whole sauna, and I'm like, what the? And she opened the door, man. Smoke just be pouring about the steam just be pouring out. I'm like, oh, okay. So you living in the lap of luxury, huh? Hey, that's why she say she ain't going nowhere.
Funny.
but I think that I think honestly, the quality has went down in Delirium from what it used to be, because at first it was jumping right as far as the women, and some nights. Now I will say this: some nights during the week is way more women than men, but Saturdays and Sundays, all these big groups are coming, you know, and they're filling it up. But I think the problem is that once COVID kind of ended, and once the other clubs started, once the mayor started loosening up the regulations again, he let a few clubs open up. So they're like, I don't want to go over there. I'd rather work. Or some girls are starting to just freelance on the internet and not want to go through the club scene because of cameras and stuff like that. So I don't want anybody to get twisted and think that it ain't work available in Cartagena, because that would be a lie. You know what I mean? Like, we're just talking about one club, but overall, it's still easy. You don't need the pregame. You don't need to do anything. I mean, it's more than enough. Trust me on that.
True. That's so true. I did come across a club called Prestige. Have you guys heard anything about that one?
I heard of Pretexto. It's one called Pretexto. That's actually owned by Delirium. It's a smaller club in the Wall City.
Okay.
Yeah. It's yeah. The rest of them are kind of mixed up from local tourists, and not locals, but tourists, but of all colors or everybody, and they play a wide variety of music. Pretty much Delirium is just straight hip hop, and they'll throw some reggaeton in there every once in a while, but pretty much it's hip hop.
That's what I was coming across. So So for all you guys that want stateside hip hop, this is that spot. If you want the hip hop from the early 2000s,
but they do have elegant rooftops that you can go to. They got I took my group for this weekend CTG Fest. I took them to 51 Sky Bar down. It's a beautiful site, man. So there's so many things other than Delirium and Hollywood Beach to get. Like, I'll see. I mean, I hate to say it, because I mess with everybody. You know what I'm saying? But some of my Caucasian brothers, man, they kind of making us look bad when it comes down to the choice of women. I mean, bro, I'll see them dudes with some chicks that look like models. Elegant, bro. Just, you would never know that they were selling. You know what I mean? But with us, the reason the heat is getting on a lot of these, I'll give you an example. If I was a guy, I have guys talk to me all the time, like, Jay, I want to get into the Airbnb game. I want to get in. And I said, I can't really recommend that. They was like, well, why not? You're in it. Well, I'm in a different situation because I date a local Colombian, right? And she guides me every day. I couldn't do this without her, you know, me and Miguel and the rest of my crew. So that helps out a lot. Just like you have your wife. She help you to a lot of things where you don't get the gringo rate. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes down to the Airbnb game, you got a lot of these buildings, man, that are getting sick and tired of these women coming through half naked, half drunk, you know, every night, making all type of noises or whatever. I mean, it's 6 o'clock in the morning and they coming through with a thong on and a see-through dress or whatever, you know, and they're like, this is inappropriate, you know? I mean, man, they couldn't ask me to be one of them PIMPs, man. I tell them, man, dress like a college woman.
Yep.
Dress like a
correct.
college girl, man. Put on tennis shoes. Put on a nice outfit to blend in, but they don't know the secret to the game, bro.
That's crazy.
You
That's
don't
crazy.
have to be. You don't have to be naked, man, to be beautiful.
No, and that's a great point that you made in regards to when you come down to these countries. Make sure you have somebody on your team that can make your transition or your life or enjoyment of that country a lot easier, because a lot of dudes don't think about that part. They just think about coming down and just having fun, but they don't realize, like you said, who do you have on your team to help you out in regards to the Airbnb part.
Right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And shout out to my man Will. Will says this. He said, "Gentlemen, you guys forgot we had uncles." Yeah, this is true. Pops, grandpops, telling us not to do this or that ish. He said, "You can't turn a 304 into a housewife or a girlfriend." Guys today don't have that. In other words, they don't have that male insight from the old heads that we used to have. And that's a great point, that these guys are getting off planes and think they have the insight that that's like me going to DR and trying to let's say if I was single, I'm going to DR and I can maneuver DR like flip-flop just because I got off a plane. He lives there. He's got children there. He's got family there. He's got business there. And for me to sit back and think that I'm equivalent to him as far as my knowledge, not as a person, but as far as my knowledge, that would be foolish. But a lot of guys think when they get off the plane in Cartagena that they know exactly what you know. Just because they got off the plane 15 times doesn't mean
bro
you live in Cartagena.
Bro, we get it all. We get it all the time, man. We get all this. Oh man, why did you go so far out? Why did you go to this? Well, first of all, I don't have millions of dollars to build no Airbnb. You know, if you think about it, we got basically 10 listings in one building for the same price that we could buy a 2-bedroom apartment down in the tourist area. Now, which one makes more sense? And we don't have to worry about anybody changing our bylaws. We don't have to worry about going by anybody else's rules. We make the rules here. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's out. It's quiet out here. We got buildings. We got a nice view. It's quiet. Nobody's bothering us. You know what I mean? We up here sitting and enjoying our best life. So that's what I wanted. I wanted to make my own rules.
That's an excellent point. Will says this. He said, "We were told if we were to meet a 304, never kiss her." Never. These dudes be down here falling in love.
Oh God, holding hands in the club, holding hands on the beach. It's like, really, bro? Really? It's insane. It's insane, bro. I'm telling you. It's insane.
Excellent point. Excellent point.
Well, we don't snitch at Rooftop Republic. So, matter of fact, we had one gentleman, man. He threw this party for his chick, right? So he invited the whole family. He spent like probably almost 4 million pesos on this party. Right. And they having a good time. And she said that everybody that was there was her relative, right? So my cousin and I'm not married to his mom, but I still call him my stepson.
Right, of course.
They saw her and he saw her kiss supposedly her cousin right in the mouth for like 10 seconds. And the dude freaked out, man, and just started going off and acting. He's a brother, right? Started acting a fool, bro, getting ready to and he left them there. The whole family, nobody had 15 mil pesos to catch a in-drive or Uber home. You know what I'm saying? So we had to get his people home. Then he gives out the code to the girl. The girl's friend tries to come back and get the gifts that he bought all this. She tried to steal them and say, "Oh, I know the owner." So she got through the first gate, but she couldn't get in the house. "Oh, I know the owner." I don't know that chick. But my point is that these dudes be doing too much for these women. And they are not loyal, bro. And the chick is young. She's just turned 21. And he 40, but he getting upset. She acting like a 21-year-old or 20-year-old. So stop it.
And I find that we got cases here like that where guys from the States come down and the woman is 21, 22, 23, and she acts like, I'm not saying that she acts negative, but I'm saying she's acting her age in many cases. And a lot of guys don't realize that, okay, she's in her 20s, so therefore she's going to act like she's in her 20s. That's why I often tell guys, I say, if you're going to get a young woman, make sure she's got an old soul. Get you an old soul woman that look like and act like she's been here before. That's the only way Andre and I can work out, is because has such an old soul to be such a young person. But to be with somebody that's 22, 23, and they literally act their age, I couldn't do it. It's just too frustrating. And you guys were absolutely correct. The guys are just paying a little bit too much. He said getting mad over $1,000 USD while abroad. That's wild.
I can't hear it.
Yeah, it's wild. So
Jay said his volume. Sorry to cut you off. Yeah, Jay said his volume was acting up, so we got to wait for a minute.
Okay, cool. But you guys are absolutely correct. I'm starting to see the pay-for-play world become too emotion driven instead of transaction driven. These dudes are falling in love. These dudes are falling in like. These dudes are brawling and getting disagreements about pay-for-play. I can't believe he's on her lap. I mean, she's on his lap. She was on my lap last week. It's just becoming too much of an emotional pool instead of just realizing it's transactional. Okay, he got her this week or this day. No problem. I'll get with her tomorrow. But they don't think like that anymore.
Facts. Yeah, and I think that's where it's coming to, man. I think that's what I see. I hope it doesn't. I hope I'm wrong, but I've seen it too many times before, and I think that's exactly where unfortunately, I think we're gonna see some more situations like we had 2 weeks ago. But these dudes, it's like you said, man. These dudes are like, "Hey, well, she told me te amo, papi."
Seriously, papacito.
Yeah. I met her parents. She let me talk to abuela. These dudes be crashing out, man. They don't realize the whole family be in on the caper.
Like, Pastor, if you don't preach again, say it again. The whole family be in on it.
The whole family be in on it.
The whole family. These dudes don't realize they're not just getting hustled by the shorty. The dude they be getting mad because they get hustled by the shorty, but they don't realize her mama and daddy and grandmama was all in on it. I've literally, because a lot of times this is what happen. Guys will get got so many times to where they finally reach out to me and Andre and they be like, okay, how do I do this right? Because I've gotten 3-4 times and I'm trying to do this thing right. And I like being in Colombia and I want to meet a good one. So they'll reach out to me and Andre and we'll talk to them. And the crazy part is how many times we've heard the story where the mom and the dad were all in on it. They will smile in your face. They will make you write beans and rice and arepas. And you're sitting back, not realizing that you're being fed for the slaughter.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen mom and dad come up on you dudes to where they'll tell the daughter, make sure that you get 500 USD from him because this month we need to pay on this, that, and that. And you guys will go to Western Union and you will send that 500. And you're thinking you're sending it to her, but you are vicariously sending it to the family, to the mom, the grandma, even if they ain't got no kids. You guys are seeing this.
Yeah, you out here supporting a whole nother family. You don't even know it.
Man, yeah. This the funny part. You're sending more money than her dad makes in a month. Her dad has to work a month to get at least 2/3 of what you're sending her when you go to Western Union online and you send her money. And a lot of guys don't realize that this, you know, dealing with these beautiful bottom feeders, like I call them, beautiful, but they're bottom feeders. It's not going to stop because there'll always be simps that'll do it. Like I said, I got more respect for the white dudes that sit back and pay a few extra dollars to get the hottest chicks there is that act like they got some sense.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And you know, yeah. Speaking about, we see it all the time, man. It's a family. Matter of fact, right next door to us, man, we got a whole family. That's their business. The grandma was selling that thing. The mom was selling that thing, and like, one of the sons, his daughter, like, me and Jay, we look at that young girl every day. I want to say she's probably like 12 or 13, and we just like, we know what's coming. We know what's coming next. She's a pretty little girl, but it's just like, oh my God, we hate it for her because it's like, yo, you were born to the wrong family.
Wrong family.
Yeah, it's just, I hate to say it, it's just a matter of time before she hop in the family business. Because, like I said, even like all of their kids, even the sons was over there selling tail. It's like, what? Yeah, a whole family full of bros. Like, yo, this is wild. Yeah, and as a matter of fact, the grandma asked Jay, when we have our fest, she was like trying to get her nieces work, trying to get some of her other nieces work. She was like, hey, if you need girls to come over, just let me know. I'll tell my nieces and my
daughters.
We was like, nah, we good, thanks. Nah.
Right. Shout out to Will. Will says this. Will says, damn. He said, these dudes coming down here taking care of whole Will. Oh, yeah. They'll take care of whole families. He said, wow. He said, my mom told me always assume that she's trying to get an edge until she shows you her real nature. Absolutely correct. Always look with both eyes open. Both eyes open. Shout out to you, Will, with the $20,000 Colombian pesos. Love. Appreciate you for being the sponsor of the night. Appreciate all you guys that's been supporting by way of PayPal, Cash App, and Super Chat. But yeah, a lot of guys don't realize that they go out to these spots and they fall in love. Because I said this before, Miguel, and you can confirm this. A lot of guys have never dated a Latina because it's just not that many Latinas in their city. You know, there's some guys from Cincinnati, and it's not that many Latinas in Cincinnati. There's dudes from the Carolinas. There's not that many Latinas in the Carolinas. There are dudes that are coming from Wyoming or the Dakotas. It's not that many Latinas in these areas. And so where these guys do get to Brazil, do get to DR, do get to Colombia, these guys just lose their mind because they've never seen this level of femininity, even if it's a false version of femininity at times. They've never had anybody cook for them. Now the girl is in there cooking. They've never seen those type of curves worked in the bedroom. They've never, experienced certain things. And so they get back to the States and they start opening up. They open up a brand new bank account, have money going into that account for her. So she'll always have money.
Yeah, these dudes, hey man, they lose their mind. It's crazy. They come down here and I tell them, man, I said, look, it's okay to fall in love, but you got to know how to fall up out of it too, man. Like a lot of dudes need. And I mean, I make the joke. I say it all the time. Yeah, okay. I fall in love 1 hour at a time, but that's it. Like, and I remember this well, a couple of them, but this one chick in particular, she was like, "Oh, can you help me? Something with her daughter." So I asked her. I said, "Well, where's the father at?" So she said, "Oh, he doesn't do anything for her, so I don't even ask him." I said, "You know what? I want you to do this for me." I said, "You give me the same respect that you give her father."
Boom.
You don't ask him for nothing. Don't ask me for nothing.
Boom.
Like, yeah, I got no ties to your child at all, and like, like you lucky you getting this nicer version of me. See, I done calmed down a whole lot.
Right.
For real, but for real, F them kids. They ain't my kids.
Right.
I'll tell them, see, people, this is me every day. Like, I'm gonna tell you a story. So my stepdaughter, right? I remember coming up, she was like, "Oh, you not my dad? You not my dad?" All right, cool, whatever. But now her father since passed away, and she got a little son, right? And so my ex and they was like, "Oh, go over there. This, that's Papa. That's Pop." I'm looking, who? Papa? Papa to who? Nah, keep that same energy. Miss me with that.
Yes, sir.
His Papa dead. His Papa dead and gone. So I'm like, hey, I introduced myself. I shook his little hand. I was like, hey, you can call me Mr. Craig. You can call me this. You can call me, but don't ever call me Papa, because that ain't me. Like, I don't. They was looking at me. Don't look at me funny. Y'all the one lying to this little nigga.
Facts.
Nah, let's keep that same energy.
Yeah. Absolutely correct. I mean, it's just that, going back to what you were saying earlier, and we've on this channel talked about this a lot, and many of the guys already know this, how I evaluate how I'm to be treated by the grocer, by an Uber, by a taxi driver, by Andrea, or anybody that I met prior to Andrea. How do they treat the locals? I tell guys, if you ever want a barometer on how you should be treated, what the price should be like, how that person should behave themselves, your barometer is how they treat locals. So when it comes to the ladies, if the local dude is not paying that amount for pay for play, if he's not paying 400,000 pesos, because we're talking about a local dude, that's like a fourth of his whole month paycheck. If the local dude is not paying 400,000, why are you dudes doing it? And I know for you, some of you guys like the convenience. It's only $100. Dre, ain't that serious. Like I said, I evaluate myself based on how the local men are treated, whether it's an Uber price, a taxi price, whether it be at a fruit market. I don't care. If the local dude is only paying this amount on a regular, then treat me like the local dude. Just like you just said, treat me like you treat your daddy. If your daddy ain't doing nothing for you, I ain't doing nothing for you.
Exactly.
So a lot of guys don't want to do that. They just think that I'll come out as much money because it's convenient. I've never been with let's be honest. We don't want to admit this. A lot of guys have never been with a Latina before. A lot of guys go to Southeast Asia. They've never been with a Asian chick before. They've been to Europe and they have never dated a white girl. Now they get to these countries and they've got enough money in their pockets to have intimacy for the first time with a Latin woman, the first time with a Brazilian, the first time ever with the Asian woman. You've never even held the Asian woman's hand, and you may be 30, 35, because there's not that many Asians in your city. And so the mistake that a lot of guys make, because this is their first experiences, they just go ziggity boom. They just go bonkers, and they end up in a fighting situation just like we saw in Cartagena.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I tell dudes this all the time. I said, look, man, the hardware might be different, but the software is all the same.
Correct.
The I don't care if you got a Latina, a white woman, a black woman, it's all certain things that they're looking for certain things, and and look, hell, a lot of them looking for that retire. They want you to retire them. You know what I mean? At least the smart ones. So like you got to look at it for what it is. And you gotta make that measurement, like you said, and decide, hey, is this, go in with your eyes open? Is this something that I want to sustain, or is this something that I want to do? Is she the right one for me? If not, keep it pushing, keep it moving. Like, so I mean, I know I joke a lot Sorry about all the noise on the background, man. But I
can't hear
joke
it.
a lot.
I can't hear it at all.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I joke a lot, and I tell the guys, I said, man, I said, hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Like, you know, I worked hard all my life, was able to retire early, and I'm working on that SSDI. So I'll be joking, right? I'm like, I said, man, don't you know? I said, as soon as I get my SSDI, I told them, I said, yeah, I'm having another kid. They'd be like, what? I'm like, hey, man. I'm like, hey, man, I always had to pay child support. I ain't never had nobody pay me to have a kid. They was like, what you talking about? I said, just look up. I said, go to the Social Security website. Just look. Just look at it. I said, man, you know what I can I said, you know what I can do down here? But
damn,
look, I'm just joking though. Wink, wink.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you on that one.
Yeah.
Well, we're about to wrap this one up a little early tonight, gentlemen, because I just wanted to address this issue of the fight that took place a couple weeks ago. And I want to say shout out to you and Jay for once again coming on the show and giving us your commentary on what took place in your city. And also, but I do want to end it with tips of advice since you guys are here. I want to hear what you guys have to say. If you had 3 major tips that you would share that you would want to share with single dudes of something that you know that repetitively happens, and you're like, man, I wish I could get this, guys to realize these particular things. What would be 3 of those things that you've discovered?
Okay, so one of the biggest things is and how guys get into trouble when they come down here is they go and everybody wants that fantasy of the threesome, right? So this is what I tell dudes. I'm like, look, if you want that to pop off, you have to find you somebody that you're comfortable with. Not meaning, and when I say comfortable, I don't mean like you met this person on Monday and then by Tuesday you're like, oh yeah, go get your friend. No, I'm talking about to be safe. It's almost going to have to be like a girlfriend type situation, or at least I hate to use this term, but I don't want to say one of your mains, but let's just say one of your frequent chicks that you deal with. So you get to know her, and she's not really on no BS, and it's gonna take some time. And then have her be the wingman for that. Too many times guys get down here and they just be thirsty, and immediately the girl be like, oh, I have a friend. Walk away, man. I've seen too many dudes get drugged that way. It's starting to happen a lot more down here in Cartagena too, because dudes are not reading the context clues. So for me, when I used to do it, like I said, and get down like that, I would know at least the one chick for well over a year. Because I'm not, look, nobody knows when it's our time, but look, I ain't trying to take no chances and, you know what I'm saying, slip on a banana peel talking about I'm about to go out here, have a threesome or an orgy or something. Nah, I want to see tomorrow,
Right.
So be careful with that. The second thing I always say is do not let a chica talk about, hey, I got a driver. And I'm not saying it could be legit or you could be getting lined up. Do not Ubers work here. Use an Uber. They got the InDrive app.
True.
Do not get in no chick's car who's talking about she got a driver. You have no idea. You don't know where you're at. 9 times out of 10, you're probably not speaking Spanish, or if you do, you're really not even, they don't do it, man. Don't do it. And the other thing, don't go up in these. I know some dudes out here who live out here locally and they've been out here for a while, and they will advise guys to oh, let's go to the barrio, let's go to the local spots, let's go this and that. And a couple of times it's happened, and dudes will call me up. They be like, "Hey, you know where so and so is?" I'm like, "Nah, I haven't seen or heard from him in a couple of days." "Oh, well, he told me to meet him out here." I'm like, "Where you at?" "Oh, I'm out here at this." I'm like, "Bruh, call an Uber, bro. Call an Uber and bounce." Like, you don't, because what happens is, and a lot of dudes don't realize what happens is, you coming out there and the guy's looking at you funny because now you messing up the economy, because all the girls automatically, they see, they see this foreigner, they see this tourist, he outside the tourist area. Everybody knows you got more money than the local dudes. The local dudes know that too.
True.
So now they jealous where, they might have been able to get a chica for maybe 50 mil peso, who knows, whatever the price is.
Yep.
And now you coming in there, you messing up the economy. So yeah, stay to those rivers and streams that you're used to. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Until you really get down here a lot, and then you know how to move. You know how to navigate.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you made a great point that the local dudes are not paying the prices that we pay, and we will give these astronomical tips. She asked for 100,000, you giving her 400,000 in the name of a tip, and because she said she got a kid, so here's 400,000, and now the local dude's looking like, what the hell just happened? Well, she's like, oh, I'm charging this amount now because this dumb American got off a plane, or this dumb European got off a plane.
We know some spots where you can go and it'll be less than 100. It'll be less than 100 mil peso for you to go in and have a good time. But we're not taking nobody out there because we already know it's gonna be a problem.
Yep.
We already know if we were to take guys out there, it's gonna be a problem. You might be able to get in, but it's gonna be a problem getting out because you're gonna go up in there, and the foreigners we gonna mess up the economy. We're gonna mess it up, and dudes gonna be outside waiting on you.
Have you been down here to Cali yet?
I've been to Cali, like I went out to Cali like in 2021. And I keep meaning to go back because, man, I had so much fun out in Cali. I went out to Cali mid-pandemic because my trip to Morocco got canceled because they had an outbreak out there. And I was like, damn, where can I go? So I started doing research, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to Colombia. Colombia is open partially. And then the DR never shut down. The DR was on some Florida type stuff. So I did a week down. I did 5 days down in Cali. And then I did 6 days in Santo Domingo. But I haven't been back. I had such a good time down in Cali. I met some really good people, and I keep telling them, yeah, I got to come back down there. I met some really, really great people, man. But I got to get back down. I think I'm gonna come back to Cali sometime this year. I want to go to that festival. What's that big festival? Petronio Alvarez.
Yeah, in August, the third week of August every year.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna come out to that
from the 14th through the 17th of August this year.
All right. Matter of fact, I'm coming out to that. I'm not even gonna say I think I'm coming out to that. Petronio Alvarez. I'm gonna be out in Cali for that.
Not 16, but 600,000 people from around the world come down for the Afro Colombian Festival.
Yeah.
It's really nice. It's fun. It really is. We do have fun that month. I mean that week. And I love it when everybody leaves and go back home and Cali goes back to being Cali.
Goes back to normal. Oh
my goodness, man. Cali, basically the whole city is like the area that you guys are in. That kind of like, local type of feel. Cali is more of a medical tourism type of a city. So we get more people come down here for veneers like Rick Ross, Tekashi 6ix9ine, Cardi B, Kanye, so they've been down here getting their dental work done, and other people that want medical work done for themselves, they'll come down here and get medical work, checkups, things like that. Any type of surgeries that they need to get, they'll come down here for that. And then, you know, it's the salsa capital of the world, and it's the sports capital of Colombia. I didn't know Cali was the sports capital of Colombia. But the type of guys that come down here, I would easily say in Cali, I would say 95% are guys that are like you and I. Cali is definitely mature audiences only. You can't be a YN and make it in Cali. It's just not going to happen. You could pretend, you know, you could, like a couple of YNs will come down and they'll rent Airbnb and it's got a jacuzzi or a pool, and they'll do some videos and they'll be like, look, all these ladies, I got all the Afro-Colombia, because you know, we're 40% Afro-Colombia. And then so they're like, I got all these black sisters, and they'll sell that for a week, but it'll die off like the week after, because it's not wired like that. It's not. So when guys come down, they realize like, oh, this is not made for YNs at all. No, it's not made for YNs at all. And so if you don't know where to go, you know, if you don't know where the hostels are, I mean, not hostels, but brothels. If you don't know where the brothels are, the hookah spots, the gentlemen's clubs, if you don't know where they are and nobody tells you, there is no streets to go to. And I think that's probably one of the best things that ever happened to Cali. We don't have a clock tower. We don't have a Parque Yeris. We don't have a walking street like Thailand. We don't have you know, off the beach like Sosua. We don't have any of that. We're the third largest city in the country, and it is for mature audiences only. Not saying we don't have pay for play, but it's not set up like other cities have a spot that makes it a lot easy. Let's go to AMSM. Shout out to my men supporting men. He says this. He said it happened to me in Dallas. He said a Hispanic woman tried to bring another girl for a threesome. He said, I turned it down immediately. Yeah, girl, y'all ain't gonna get me even in the States. Will says this, especially if you've known them for a short time period. That's true. So don't get guys. Zeta says this. He says, that's why I like Cali. You know, it's mature audiences only, man. I kid you not. There are so many dudes that what I like about Cali is a city where you can disappear and nobody has to worry about you, because you'll pop up 3 years later with a wife, kids, and a family. And I'll be like, when y'all have a shorty? Man, she 3, and then we got, you know, she pregnant right now with our second one, dog. When'd you meet her? You know, like that second time I came down here? Yeah, I met her on my second trip during the Petronio Festival, and now we getting married. All right, I'll see. Like, man, I thought you was back in the States. No, I never left. That's happened to me so many times, and I just love the fact that guys are just able to get around the city, feel safe, and build and structure relationships with the local ladies, and just if you don't want to be seen, you'll never be seen in Cali. If you don't want to be seen, you just disappear and just live a life of your own, and that's the cool part about it. The most dangerous stuff when they do talk about Cali being dangerous, they're talking about the east side of Cali. The hood is dangerous, where explosions and all that craziness and attacking police stations, all that happens in the hood. But the other 70s, 80%, I say 60% of Cali, they
get active out there, especially with I know with like a lot of the politics and stuff like that. Cali gets active. Yeah. Like if they don't like, I remember a couple of years ago, I got a good friend down there, and like when I went to Cali, I met her. She took me around. You know what I'm saying? We had such a great time. Right. And I remember video chatting her. This was a couple of years ago when they were having I think it was before this president. I think it was around election time before this president that's currently in the Colombian president. I think that's when they were having all the action going on in Cali, man. And I'm on FaceTime with her, and then I just heard this boom. She was like, "Oh my God, baby!" Man, they blew up a police van, and like it was like a block down from her house. We heard the explosion, and she was like, "Oh my God. This is what's going on. This is what's going on." I was like, ooh.
And the damage that those explosions do, man. Here's the other part, man. A lot of times they'll let people know, and this is the craziest thing, man. They'll let people know in advance before the explosion is going to take place. Okay, next month we're going to do, y'all heard that an explosion going to take place. Don't drive down this particular street for the next week. And what do people do?
Right.
They will ignore it, even though the military and the police officers, because they're their family. So they'll tell them about stuff. Hey, we heard that. Hey, you may not want to drive down so-and-so street with grandma this week because, and dude, the aftermath of those explosions, bro, is crazy. Like the last explosion with the truck, man, it destroyed buildings 2-3 blocks away. I mean, that explosion went back so far that everything on the side of it and on the right hand side and on the left hand side destroyed. And the explosion was supposed to destroy the military base that's in the heart of the city. And everybody's like, we don't know why y'all got a military base right in the heart of the city. And it didn't do any damage to that. But to all the businesses and all the people that were driving and the cars, man, the aftermath was crazy, bro.
Wow.
I mean, just bodies just twisted everywhere, man. And so, like, we're driving down the street, even on ours, even in our city, man. Our side of the city. I kid you not, it probably took us 6 months to trust a truck. Like, if you saw a truck, like one of them big delivery trucks, you can't. Everybody can look at delivery trucks with a side eye. After that explosion, like for 6 months, do I really want to be right behind this truck, or do I really want to be near this truck? Let me kind of like bag up, drive a little slower. Yeah. I kid you not.
Let me put some distance in between us.
Yeah, every motorcycles was doing it. Everybody was giving any type of those little U-Haul van looking trucks. They were like, listen, you can pass me up. Go ahead. You can pass me up. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, that's wild. I'm gonna tell you. So, like,
go ahead.
Sorry to cut you, but this is one of the things that I do love about Colombia. Like, people talk about, like, people who don't know. They be like, oh, Colombia is so dangerous. Colombia is dangerous. But this is what I do. This is one of the things that I do love. Like, Colombians can't stand thieves or people who, like, I'm telling you, I've seen them get active and in Medellin and also in Barranquilla. Like, they chased this thief down the road, and just normal people, like the police had to come and save this dude because they probably would have ended up killing him. So that's one thing that I do like about however you want to say it. Some people may be against the street justice, but like for all of the ill wills and all of the bad things that may happen, for the most part, the people here, they don't like the criminals either. So, so that's what I love about. That's one of the things I love about Colombia. And they will take some shit into their own hands in a minute. They're not even on the police.
I think that Colombians don't get enough credit for street justice. I really don't. You rarely see street justice in the United States. Colombia, all you got to do is go to Unseen Medellin, the Instagram page, Unseen Medellin. And bruh, street justice is all through and you right. The police have to come to save that person's life. I kid you not, they will beat and stomp and drag, and they will run the car over that person's bike. They have no problem. This is the funny part. They not only beat the person down, they set their motorcycle on fire.
Yeah.
So it's not like
I saw one.
Off the bike.
I saw something here in Cartagena. I think the dude like killed his girlfriend. I forget what happened. I forget what happened. They took the dude. They beat the brakes off him. The police came and saved him. So the community was like, "Oh, okay." They burnt his house down. I was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, I can see that.
So yeah. So That's what I will give them credit for that, man. They don't like the bad publicity, you know what I'm saying? And they don't want that mess, man. Just like these people they love life. You know what I'm saying? Like now you come down here, you're not going to get everything as fast and as convenient as the US, but what you will get is some people that know how to enjoy everyday life. You know what I'm saying? The pace is a little slower. When we have a festival, we're gonna party all week long. On the weekend, we're gonna crank our music up. These people enjoy life, man. And just like you have peace loving people and people who don't want to, who tired of crime and all that crap in the United States. It's the same here. But the difference is, get caught stealing something down here if you want to. These people get active.
Oh, they do,
They
bro.
get active.
They do, man. I mean, I'm talking about the simplest. You get caught stealing anything, you getting stomped to the. I'm talking about to the inches of your life to where it is what it is. It is what, and I've seen every once in a while police got to do street justice because down here in Colombia they'll jump on the police. A thief will jump on the police and try to fight the police officer, or they'll try to fight the trans. I just saw a video today of a dude was trying to beat the police officer down with a baseball bat, and that police officer said, "Okay, enough is enough." Plow, 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 in front of everybody. But the people, even though they were upset, they knew that the officer was right. And then in the comment section was like 3,000 people, dude, because it was a major incident, and everybody was on the police officer's side. So when we say that street justice in Colombia is a thing, when you first come here, you hear about it, but you're like, okay, yeah, every once in a while, the crowd will help. No, it is very, very common here in Colombia to see street justice. It's very common. I'm talking about people like my man Miguel said, they come out the woodworks. I'm talking about, you're thinking that it's a quiet neighborhood, nobody sees. That person snatches a woman's purse, everybody flying out. Everybody coming out. It's the craziest thing. I've never seen that in the States. You can lungs in the States. That's not gonna help. But here in Colombia, shoot. And this is why it's so sad to see so many men that came down for that event 2 weeks ago to go to Delirium end up in a fight. You flew like Jay said, you flew all these miles. I think it was you or Jay that said flew all these miles, thousands of miles, just to come to another country to fight like dogs.
Right. And then that leaves that puts a stain. That puts a stain on everybody. I hate to say it. I mean, as much as we want to say, yeah, that's not us, but they're going to group all of us as one, and I hate that. I hate that. That's why I'm like, man, stay home. If you with that BS, man, stay home.
Do you know the number one criticism my wife gets because of our marriage is not because of age gap, is not because of racial, because we're an interracial couple. Miguel, the number one discrepancy that people have with my wife getting married is that she married one of those crazy Americans. Girl, I could never do that. That's crazy. Those Americans, they're crazy. No, I could not. A black man, they ain't got no problem with that. An older black man, they ain't got no problem with that. An American, because of our reputation to be violent towards each other in our own country, and now we're showcasing it in other countries. And so these women, so a lot of times these not to cut you off, Miguel, because you can confirm this, what I'm about to say, I'm going to let you speak in regards to this. Guys don't realize good women are vetting you just like you're vetting them. A lot of guys think they're coming down here and they're looking for a good woman and they're vetting her. Okay, she's one of the real ones. Not realizing the good ones in South America, Brazil, Peru, Argentina, the good ones are vetting you because they don't trust you crazy Americans. We watch your news. We see what you do to each other. We see the mass deletions. You just had one in what was it? Andre was telling me today in Rhode Island. They shot up, they did a mass shooting in Rhode Island today.
Oh, today? I think yesterday there was one in Florida. I think 7 people in Florida I saw. But I don't.
Crazy.
But you're right. You're right. It's so crazy. I'm glad you brought that point up. I was born in the Bahamas, right? And I got moved to the U.S. when I was 8 years old. Became an American citizen. You know what? My shorty told me. She said, baby, she said, don't tell people you're American. She said, tell people you're from the Bahamas. And I was like, huh? I'm like, why? And she said, because Americans, she said the exact same, Americans are crazy. She said, Americans are crazy. Tell people she said, when you meet people, tell them you're from the Bahamas.
Yeah.
She said, it'll go a lot, she said everything will go a lot smoother because the Bahamas is, she said it's similar. She said like Costaina, you know what I mean? And she was just like, it's all Caribbean. So she said that people will gravitate towards you more. She said, don't tell them you're from the States. Tell them you're from the Bahamas.
Wow.
So,
Choo-Choo was,
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Choo-Choo was just telling us, he said the one in Rhode Island was dude, he deleted his ex-wife, his son, and then himself. So, and this is the news that's going out to the world that Americans are crazy. And so that's probably the number one area where Andre has to convince people that not all Americans are the same because of the behavior of Americans that they see regarding us back home as well as when we're in their country.
Right.
Yep, that's the craziest thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you and Jay had enough time to hang out with your boy for a couple of hours.
Oh, anytime, man. Anytime. Glad to share our perspective on things, and I'm always look forward to chopping it up with you, man. And it's been fun, and I'm definitely getting back out to Cali because I got to see. Like I've been around to a lot. I've been around to so many different cities, and different towns in Colombia, man. But Cali, I don't know why I haven't shown Cali more love, man. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm kind of disappointed in myself. But I'm coming back to Cali this year.
Come on down, man. I'm telling you, man. You love it,
I'm coming
man.
back to Cali. Yeah,
there's a lot of new infrastructure going on.
Hey, now I gotta play. Now I gotta play the song "Going Back to Cali."
Cali, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, bro, man. It's been fun, man.
All right, it's been fun with you, man. Let me let you go, and you have a great evening. You and Jay. Tell Jay I said thanks again.
All right, man. All right, chat. Take it easy. All right. Say what's up to the fam, Andrea, and everybody.
Yes, sir.
And check in with you another time, bro.
Okay, cool. All
right,
peace. All right, that was good, man. That was good. And this right here, this is sad. He said he went and got a sex change while they were married. She didn't like it and got a divorce. He got mad, and then the deletion took place. The world has convinced men that they can be women, and then when the woman doesn't agree with it. Yeah, I like the LL Cool J version as well. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's real crazy. In Rhode Island. Well, I'm gonna let you guys go. Shout out to all 89 of you guys here. Tomorrow, be here tomorrow, guys. Oh yeah. Let me see if I got the thumbnail for this one. Let me see if I can pull the thumbnail up for this one. I already got this one already set up for us tomorrow. Yeah, this is gonna be a good show tomorrow. Let me pull that thumbnail up. So if you guys want to be here for a really good show tomorrow and Friday show. Let me pull that thumbnail up for you guys to see. Blow that up real quick. And let me screen share that. Yes, sir. Tomorrow's episode will be your girl Mika finally speaks out on Futon Daniels. Tomorrow she's telling the truth. I didn't know she was married. Maybe she was just saying that for the interview, but she says she's married. She got a man in DC. Now I don't see how her man let her fly and be all up on the Anton. And she explains herself. A lot of it sounds like she lying, but she did an interview in regard to her relationship with Futon. And so we're going to look at that interview and we're going to give our little 2 cents tomorrow in regards to what Mika had to say, how she met Futon. He reached out to her. He DM'd her. She did not reach out to him regarding the show. Futon reached out to her. So we're going to see what Futon Daniels fiasco is taking place, because he's crashing and burning. Now he's going at O'Shea right now. But yeah, she said, she talked about her husband. And she talks about how she met Anton. And I don't watch the whole video. I want to watch it with you guys. So I watch segments. And so I'll be watching the whole video with you guys tomorrow at 6:30. So this is going to be our topic tomorrow. And the one for after that, let's go back here. And the one for after that is this Friday. We'll have some fun with this. I dropped a video on it, and that guy's been hitting us up, man. You need to talk about this more in details, Dre. I dropped a video today on Andrea's channel. If you guys want to go over to Andrea's channel, if you haven't subscribed yet, I've dropped the link. But I dropped this, and a lot of guys did not know that this was taking place. I'll say this again. A lot of guys did not know that that women in South America are using witchcraft to get you guys to not only fall in love with them, but even some of the pay-for-play women are using witchcraft and love spells to get you to fall in love with them to spend more money. Yes, they are having, we're going to talk about this Friday as well as Sunday with your girl Andrea. And so, yes, they are down here using any type of spells or witchcraft to get extra money from you guys. And so some of you guys, like me and T-Mac, were kind of like hinting and talk about this before. Shout out to T-Mac. But if you guys think that they are just drugging you and just getting you drunk, yeah, they're doing it on a whole nother level that you never even expected, gentlemen. You never expected that these women are literally doing witchcraft to keep you as their clients and or as their man. And they're serious about it. They are serious about it. So shout out to all you guys that'll be here tomorrow. All right. And once again, tomorrow's is about Mika, and this is Friday's show. I'm going to take Thursday off. He say they're not using witchcraft to make dudes fart louder, more powerful, the like never seen before. No, they're using it so they can keep you under control, and they're serious about it in South America, in the Caribbeans. They're serious. It's not a game to them. We kind of like laugh it off, but I'm kidding you not. They are serious about it. So sometimes you might want to watch what type of woman that you have around you, because at the end of the day, man, listen, some of these women are not to be trusted. They're not to be trusted. Let me pull up Andrea's channel real quick so you guys can go over there. And then I'll let you guys go. But yeah, this was a good live stream. And guys, whenever you see some foolishness like that drop off in any city you're in, do yourself a favor. Walk the other way. I'm going to say this again. If you find yourself in another country and you know that these dudes are about to act a fool, don't be rubbernecking, checking out what's going on. Just walk away, man. Let them fools be fools by themselves. Let them dudes be foolish by themselves, because you never won't know what might pop off. You don't want to be a person that's caught up in any of the mess due to the fact of what you saw or what you're seeing take place with these YNs that are coming down here to these countries. I kid you not. Second thing, every dude is not your dude. Every dude is not your partner, your buddy, your friend. Oh, this is just my dude. No, he's not. He could care less about you. And a lot of us don't want to admit that once again, everybody that's skin folk ain't your kin folk. And until we come to that reality, you're gonna make a mistake and become cool with some dudes that's gonna bite you, that's gonna be backbiters. That's gonna be backbiters. I had a conversation with a brother that started a business down here at one point in time in Cali. I talked to this dude. For example, I'll end you with this story. And make sure you guys subscribe to Andre's channel if you haven't already. And Andre's channels are back up. YouTube has been deleting channels like crazy. Now, fortunately, we don't fall up under the umbrella of what they were deleting channel, and Andre's channel doesn't. But just in case, subscribe to Andre's channel, because if anything ever happens to this channel again, at least we have Andre's channel that we can all still meet up on and still do our lives and do those live streams and everything as well. So make sure you subscribe to our channel. Good friend of mine, man, that I met a few years back, right? Started a business down here, very successful. Hired some brothers from the States, came down, they didn't have anything. And he made sure that they were well taken care of, right? Years later, one of the brothers not only quit working for this other brother, he stole almost 90% of this brother's clients. Just stole the whole database. Stole the database so he could start his own after the one brother helped him out. What's my point in saying that story? Because that's a true story. And it happened here in Colombia. Everybody that's your skin folk ain't your kin folk. There are dudes that you know that are smiling in your face all the time. They want to take your place. The backstabbers. All the time they want to take your place. You helped them get off the ground. They didn't have nothing. And you helped them build a career in the States. You helped them build a business here in Colombia. And then years later, they stole 90% of your clients. And you were a 7-figure brother. Now, fortunately, the brother who I'm talking about was able to get back on this, everything was able. In other words, he ended up years later getting back to that 7 figures that he was making with that particular business. But the fact that the person who was supposed to be one of his closest allies, whom he helped, stole 90%. In other words, all his database, his customer base. Crazy. He went from 250 clients that he had built up. And he said, I went to my database one day and it was only 8. Just think, all the years you built up 250 faithful clients, put in all that work. And one day you go to your database, someone has cleaned it out, and all you have left are 8. And you find out that it was one of your closest brothers that did it. So be careful out there, guys. I kid you not. I'm not here to share horror stories, but I'm here to let you guys know, just be careful. Continue to be you, in other words. Because most of you guys are some great guys, man. So continue to be you. Shout out to all you guys that are supported by way of PayPal, Super Chat, as well as Cash Apps. And I look forward to seeing you, me, and Mañana. Let me go ahead and do these outro videos for us. Get these outro videos, but we're gonna have some fun watching, hearing what Mika has to say.